Welcome to the 2025 Tom Daly Awards.
The only movie awards that matter. Your hosts for today's show are Vincent Daly.
This shit makes the Expendables look good. Put this boy in a turtleneck, give him a book on a train, he will steal your girl in an instant.
And Tom Recker.
Pants or no pants, there were some moments I was loving Tom Cruise in this film. Stop! You are upsetting him, please!
So buckle up and have a blast
as they break down 2025, the year in film.
Now, here are your hosts,
Tom Recker and Vincent Daly.
Hey! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
How's it going, Tom?
Okay. Thank you. Wow, so great to have everybody here. Look at the crowd we have here.
Look at the crowd.
Look at the unbelievable, I think, is that Scarlett Johansson coming in for Jurassic World Rebirth? She's in the audience.
Might be a little bit upset there.
Tom Cruise is always here. Tom Cruise is filming, actually, this award show tonight.
Hey, wait, we got him pro bono, no cost.
Oh, man. Another year over, Vin.
Another year under the belt.
How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I think I'm feeling great. I think we're definitely on the same page on 2025, and that's
what page would that be?
Kind of sucked.
Poopy page.
Like I've told a couple people in my life. I mean, if the whale of the industry is suffering, us as the krill on that whale are suffering as well. But I will tell you what, I think a crappy year made for a good arrangement, a good array of winners for today's episode.
There's something going back to the Tom Dailies as we do every year. What I like about it too is we cover old films and new films. I think the oldest film we covered this year was from 1940.
Yeah,
I want to say so. From 40 to 2025. I like that. It gives us a chance to revisit everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And no matter what, that's where we love doing more than just the new movies to kind of supplement that a little bit, whether it be the director's episodes or the themed months and whatnot. I feel like we had a lot of heavy hitters this year, maybe just not in theaters.
Well, and I'll tell you what, it was a very good year as far as the podcast goes. For the 2025, the year in movies.
Right.
Was a different story.
Yes.
Kind of a much bigger,
Kind of a tough one. Kind of a tough dice roll.
Folks, I don't think I texted. We were in person or something like that. And not to give shit on other critics or shows, because I know it's like, look, we're what are we? We're nothing here.
Right,
we're happy to have the producers and the listeners that we do, but at the same time, there were other people praising this year.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of people, because it wasn't a good year in movies, factually wasn't a good year in movies.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like there's other people kind of in the industry that are going above and beyond to try to pretend that this was an absolute banger of a year.
Yeah. Total forced positivity.
I've listened to multiple end of year podcasts, other movie podcasts, and just people being like, "This turned out to be a phenomenal movie year. This was such a good year."
Get out of here. Not the case at all. I mean, I feel like almost on any metric you look at, like financials, box office wise, depth of the theater. You know what I mean? On any metric you can look at it. It's a tough year.
So it's funny you bring that up. I'll touch on this. The box office was up 1% to 2% from last year.
Oh, okay.
So we're not dying.
There we go.
We're treading water.
Yep.
I'm
sure they'll go around on the listicles soon enough.
And then if you listen to the news show last week or 2 weeks ago, we did have, I mentioned the study that came out. Gen Zers were at the movies way more than they've ever been.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, okay.
And kind of contrary to what all the talking pieces are, that we're going to lose Gen Z, we're going to lose Gen Alpha to TikTok and short-form content and whatnot, that attention spans going down in the dumps.
There's something to be said about, yes, as far as Gen Zers goes in that short attention span, and they're on Reels, they're on Shorts, and they're on TikTok, the only thing I can say is that IP can grab a hold in your brain. So maybe if a movie does come out, it'll get you to the theater.
Absolutely.
And for Gen Zers right now, and soon it's going to be
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha?
Yeah.
At some point...
I'm sure that name won't go to their head.
But at some point, you're going to want to get away from your parents.
Yeah.
And just like, okay, I guess just can you drop me off at the movies so I can hang out with my sixth grade girlfriend? You know?
My sixth grade girlfriend. I think there is something to be said though about like how these type of short form platforms, TikTok absolutely specifically, but YouTube, Instagram, the type of fan content ingrains them in deeper into these IPs that you're talking about.
Which,
you know,
as far as Hollywood is concerned, and movie making might be horrible.
Yeah.
Maybe we will get Five Nights at Freddy's 9.5. Who
yeah,
knows?
for real. That is probably the IP to point to for that as well.
But for right now, we're doing okay. Vin, it's great sitting here with you
Yeah.
at the end of the year. Well, you know, at the beginning of 2026, getting ready for this year, but putting a cap on 2025. It's a blast. I always love this episode.
I always love this episode.
How was my spreadsheet okay for you this year?
It was always good. Always good. That is a godsend having that because I would be scrambling otherwise or definitely forgetting some things because it's what we always talk
Shocking.
about with these award shows where it's like, boy, do they have goldfish brain and only remember the last quarter of films.
Right.
Where I
That's
think
how Hollywood works, too.
Yeah.
Hey, get the shit out in November. October, November, December. Get the award shit out, and even if we release it in 2 theaters,
right.
we'll make a big deal and try to make the populace care.
Exactly. Where I think we both of us definitely pride ourselves on trying to look at the whole year holistically. And, you know, 2 release windows, sometimes there's really not a lot of good stuff this year. Definitely an example of kind of in the dumps for first 2 quarters. But at least it's an effort from both of us to shine a light on the full year if we can.
Yeah. I mean, so overall, I mean, you were looking at the spreadsheet and everything like that, but were you, when we look at the movies that we covered in the past year, I just feel like we have 2 different sets of eyes. What you see and I see are different. And in a good way.
Yeah.
Do you know how many movies you covered this year? Did you
Not
do the
off
math?
the top of my head.
See,
No.
that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's such a, I'm a stats guy. You watched 81 older films, okay, and you watched 86 2025 releases.
Wow.
We covered 167 movies.
Wow.
On the podcast.
That's great.
For 2025.
That's great.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of connecting dots on old stuff on the website that had scores but didn't have content to it. So, which is always good to, kind of flesh
I was
out.
gonna say, how did you like doing that? So, not a lot, but there was more than ever. The movies that we covered that were older were rated on the podcast already.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page of, I don't know, I kind of like that because we
Yeah.
get audio to it. We can just explain ourselves. You can explain yourself.
Absolutely. And when it comes to, at least when it comes to this year, I did less kind of exploring of new stuff and taking a stab in the dark on something, whether it's successful or not, and just watching movies I wanted to watch, which
I love.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think when it comes to getting the recording and tying it into the website, it's a functionality thing. If we're going to have that for new movies, we want to have that for fan favorites. We want to have that for people that might be going and researching one specific movie out of the woodwork.
Okay, so for this year, well, first, actually, before we start, I have some notes. Procedural notes, I guess. Biggest thing is producers. So producer segment. We're gonna do a producer segment for next week's episode.
Yes.
Because this is just kind of a special on its own.
It's gonna be a long one,
Right. So a producer segment will be for next year. So I just want to make a note saying, Joel, we do see you, and Joel wrote a great note.
Yeah.
Really appreciated him writing in, and Jesse, we do see you as well. So again, we'll give you the producer things and read the notes next week. I wanted to make a note here, Vin. There's a lot of online publications and then podcasts and news coming out with, because it's just 2025, people are making the top 25 films of the last 25 years or the top 50 in this century. There's a lot of those lists going around, and I thought about, should we do it or not? And it would just be in bad taste, or would just be trying to get like downloads or clicks, and that's kind of not how we roll. So I do want to let people know we will not be doing that. I just don't think we have enough skin in the game yet.
Sure.
To say definitively, here is the top 25 of the last 25,
Right.
50 of the century, whatever.
Yeah. And I think even behind the scenes, we've talked about, or at least kind of tried to brainstorm a little bit of what we want to do for previous years, what that looks like without actually, covering all the movies in totality like we usually do on the current year then.
And there's a lot of movies that came out in the past 25 years where we've kind of been not strategically saving, but there's some films that we've purposely not been covering yet because other films are going to be coming out.
Yep.
Go somewhere else if you want those clickable clickbait lists, I think.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Seriously. Any notes? Do you want anything you have to say? Or
Well, I mean, not really.
okay, should I run down the schedule for the episode?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be the administrator.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, we'll talk about 2020, folks. We'll talk about 2025, the year in film. We'll, of course, have our awards, the Tom Dailies for the everyday awards, the ones that you expect for best this, best that. We'll have the specialty awards a little bit later. We'll have a nice little game show, as we normally do as well. The big difference, though, for this year is at the end of this episode, we typically go through, hey, what movies are we excited for this coming year, 2026? So, folks, next week, next Thursday's episode will be solely, hey, here is our anticipated films of 2026.
Yes.
Maybe we'll go through them by month, or maybe we'll just say, here's my whatever
Most
top
hyped.
top 20.
Sure.
Right, or what people are talking about, what's gaining traction.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a big 2026, here's what's to look ahead for the podcast. That'll be next week, folks. So,
And in addition to splitting it up, I mean, I feel like 2026 has a lot of things to be excited for, you know.
I smile by myself when I think about it, Vin. And that means... I said this last week, I think. You know, this takes a lot of work and whatever. I'm very excited to have a movie podcast with you.
Yeah.
In the year 2026.
Absolutely.
Looking at the movies coming out.
For sure.
So first thing, let's touch on this year. I want to get away with, you covered 86 films. Something I've noticed since we've been live, we went live in March of 2022, right? There's something I've noticed since 2022 where, we obviously can't cover all of the films that we actually want to cover. There's about typically like 315, 320 Oscar-eligible films.
Which is crazy.
We just don't have the bandwidth for that.
Yeah.
This is not our full-time job.
Right.
So we cannot
I feel
do
like
that.
even if it ever is, I don't think I have an interest in actually watching all those movies like that.
So we covered 86 this year, which is fantastic. And I would say what I've been noticing since 22 is there's about 100 to 105, I would say, worthy films.
Yeah.
Even though a lot suck,
Sure.
maybe 105 that people would at all talk about, because I do think there's 200 films that come out a year that no one gives this shit about.
yeah, it's just completely under the rug.
So I just want to mention a few here that we did not cover that you might have heard in the news. So basically, It Was Just an Accident. I wanted to touch on this. This is by director Jafar Panahi. Jafar is an Iranian director.
Okay.
And he came out with a film this year called It Was Just an Accident. He has been through hell and back because obviously Iran has a very, very strict movie code.
Yeah.
And if you don't abide by it, you are oftentimes arrested. Jafar in the past has been for years been on house arrest by the Iranian government.
Is this the one where he smuggled it out in a cake or something like that? Did I hear this right?
Out of all the information I read about this film,
That might be, yeah.
the word cake never came up.
Okay.
And cake is in my algorithm, believe me.
Well, I mean, I was definitely, I've heard of this movie.
So right,
Yeah.
and it's been getting It Was Just an Accident. It's been getting some love at award festivals. So if this is coming up in anyone's news feed or you hear about it, it's just like, well, hey, Tom Daly's haven't said one word about it. Even on the news show,
Sure.
I kind of purposely haven't brought it up, knowing I just wanted to make a mention of it here.
Sure.
Apparently, it is a pretty good film. So I do want to make mention. Maybe we'll cover it later. Jafar has been going to the festivals, shopping it around, and also doing some great interviews in the States as well. I mean, he sat down with Marty Scorsese, who absolutely loved the film. But the biggest thing is a couple months ago or something like that, even though he's been in the States, the Iranian government has come down and said that he has a court date, essentially, for smuggling out film that wasn't approved or designated by the Iranian government. Jafar has decided he's going to return to Iran.
Wow.
So right now he is facing a 1-year prison sentence. He has done this before. He's done food strikes. He has done fasting. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. At first, not to be cynical about it, but when people were praising the film, I thought, well, we should praise the film because we have to give this guy some juice.
Sure.
The more and more I've been digging and finding out about this film, apparently it's actually a pretty good film.
Sounds like an excellent film.
Right. It's not just hey, we need to juice this up for this poor guy.
Right. As you kind of get sometimes in an international space as well.
And I'm not trying to be a dick with that.
No, absolutely. I'm on the same page.
So I wanted to make a note of that film. Other films we didn't get a chance to cover, but you might hear about. It was Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. This is by director Jim Jarmusch. It won the Golden Lion at, what's it called?
Cannes?
At Venice.
Oh, Venice.
Venice is a Golden Lion. Jim Jarmusch, we've talked about before. I think we covered a film or two from him.
Absolutely.
This film wasn't supposed to do anything, and then it walked away with the Golden Lion. The problem is it's barely available.
Yeah. And I think earlier in the year, too, which is, again, this kind of recency bias of, like, these award shows that they forget about the first half of the year.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Other things I have here, If I Had Legs, I Kick You. This is directed by Mary Bronstein. The reason why this is getting talked about is Rose Byrne, the actress, is getting hyped for Best Actress, basically, and she just won the Golden Globe as well. So didn't get a chance to cover that because not very available. Same thing, The Testament of Anne Lee. It's a period piece. It's a musical. Period piece means death for Vin. Musical means death for me. We didn't get a chance to cover it.
Despite being our girl.
Not being talked about. Right. So Amanda Seyfried, a hometown girl, a Keystone cutie. She is getting like praise for her role in it.
Yeah.
So I just want to give love for Amanda.
Sure.
We're not going to watch the movie though. Another film here that we didn't cover, The Secret Agent, is a Brazilian film.
Yes.
And it's getting
heard quite a bit about this.
Right. So it's getting pushed to the Oscars because the international films that can so Brazil can put a film in, and any country can put a film in to get recognized at the Oscars, regardless. Secret Agent, directed by Kleber Mandoka Philo, if I pronounced it right at all. He is a pretty known...
I feel you there.
Yeah, he is a known director, but basically, The Secret Agent, my understanding is there's some people that praise it, some people that actually do kind of not love it that much.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But it is set in 1970s Brazil, bit of a crime thriller, which speaks to you and me.
Absolutely.
That is being talked about mainly for the main actor, Wagner Moura, who, if you don't know that name... he played El Chapo. No, not El Chapo. Narcos?
Yes.
Was it El Chapo?
I don't know. I never watched Narcos.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the main drug lords in our society. He played in Narcos. And he was one of the main guys in Civil War from last year.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So he was in this Brazilian film, and he just won the Golden Globe.
Yes.
So basically, he's being talked about as well. Other films here, Blue Moon, we did not cover. Richard Linklater came out with 2 films this year. They were in the theater at the exact same time. Blue Moon is being talked about because Ethan Hawke playing Lorenz Hart. He's being touted for a bit of an actor nom.
Yeah.
He's not going to win anything,
Sure.
but just wanted to note it.
More showbiz stuff. I feel like that's a huge trend in 2025.
Welcome
showbiz.
to Hollywood, man.
Yeah, for real.
We don't
Enough.
Here we sit in Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. We don't really
Bounces all of us.
Is This Thing On? Bradley Cooper's third directorial film.
Right.
I
was certainly expecting a much wider release on it.
And the reason why we're not covering it is it barely got a release. I think it came out the 19th or the 20th, 25th, something like that.
Yep.
And Vin and I can only do so much here, folks.
Yeah.
But regardless, it is Bradley Cooper. Mixed reviews saying it's his
really?
worst movie yet. But that's for other people to say. For me, you and I... We still kind of just want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of rooting for him after Maestro was such a big thing to take on, whether it be the method acting or the scope of the film. I kind of was interested more than anything in Is This Thing On because it seemed scaled back. It seemed like, all right, well, no risk. Let's just do something with it. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. After this year of the daily ratings, covering A Star Is Born.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, you got 79%. I'm just going to say.
Complete the Cooper trilogy.
And I knew I liked the film. You were pleasantly surprised by that film.
Absolutely.
And Bradley, I mean, he's Bradley Cooper. He's from North Philadelphia. By the way, Bradley was just on Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Love the guy.
Bradley
Cooper is just...
Is he done with his Philly cheesesteak?
It's hard. I hope not.
Truck, yeah.
You know what he said? Most shocking thing in the Joe Rogan interview, Bradley Cooper, he said he found podcasts 8 months ago. And it's like, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Love the guy. Seriously, I mean...
Well, hopefully he's going to be a listener to the Daily Ratings
Keystone
soon
Cutie.
enough. He's definitely Keystone Cutie.
All right, anyway. And last movie I have here is Surat. Surat is a film that's been getting... some praise. All of the I'm mentioning these. I'm sorry if I'm spending too much time on them. I mentioned
Not
that
at
because I'm so steeped in it that
You hear the hype.
news stories and yada yada.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
so if people are listening and wondering why haven't they covered these, I just want to make a mention. We are aware of them. There is reason why we haven't covered them. Difficulty, whatever. You know what I mean?
For
We
sure.
just can't get
And
it.
especially if these are legitimately in the running in any sense.
Right, or you follow a certain critic and they certainly love one of these
Yes,
films.
yes.
We just haven't gotten a chance.
I mean,
And
classic case,
Seurat
No
is
Other
one of them.
Choice was very close in that line where it's like, you know
we
what
tried
I
our
mean?
darndest, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope
People
people
calling that
appreciate
the
that.
best movie of the century so far. You know, it's like, well, that's a little bit much, but I'm still glad we covered it.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So, Vin, I'm going to pass things. I've been talking way too much here. I just want to ask you some questions. I want to do a basic review. The year 2025 in film, right? What are your thoughts?
It's like we opened up with.
Okay.
It sucked. It sucked. But again, I'm optimistic in the sense for these awards or this show in particular because it gave me a much wider array of winners, honorable mentions than I feel like any other year. Whether that was kind of like scraping the barrel a little bit or not, it made me look a little bit wider. Where previous years you have Dune 2 really sweeping, Oppenheimer, or
You would hope it would sweep.
yeah. Or Killers of the Flower Moon, like really being like, well, I can't argue almost anything else winning this category. There's a lot of margins here that I feel like I could argue. So
Because you were fighting for, not that you were fighting for something good, but because, we just went through the trenches of this year. And we cover the films and we do love movies.
Right.
Do you feel like, you just have a very good hold on 2025?
I think so. And I don't need a firm grasp on 2025 to call it for what it is. But yeah, I think when I look back on this year, it's for me, I see a lot of just fan expectations being hyped and just not living up to it.
Okay.
That's what I feel like 2025 leans towards.
Okay, well, my next question was, in 10 years from now, right?
Okay.
It's 2035. If anyone says, what do you think about 2025? When you look back at this year, what are people going to remember in film about this year?
Oh, definitely a little bit of sky is falling when it comes to like, are theaters going away? Are theaters the new,
yeah.
jazz club, type of stuff?
Wow. Nice Leo reference there.
Yeah. Right.
I know exactly where you pulled that.
But we've talked about it, probably even prior to 2025, where it's like the news cycle just wait a week. You know what I mean? It's the need for clicks drives a lot of the dialogue around these issues.
However you want to feel about theaters, you can find your own things. We had a special this year called Tom and Vin Save the Movie
Yeah,
Theaters. And by the end of it, you said, do we really need movie theaters? Like, you were like, I'm ready to cut it. But right away, I'm looking at the studies. It's like, Gen Z's numbers were up.
Right.
Like, movies are safe.
Yeah, there's definitely enough. There's enough evidence for either perspective of it. Looking back though, again, in this kind of hypothetical,
10 years from now, we look back.
Right. I think this is going to be honestly a big make or break for the MCU. Continuing to flounder, but is it going to be worth the floundering for Doomsday?
So true.
I think big franchises falling short. I'm looking at Jurassic Park and Mission Impossible. Probably not bad. Well, certainly Jurassic Park, not bad financially.
Just say, what do you mean by bad?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Jurassic Park was one of the most successful films all year.
More so, again,
creatively wise.
Yeah, fan expectations. And
Mission Impossible was rough, yeah.
Yeah, and just like overall, just like not sticking the landing. It's in the TV space, but I look at Stranger Things season 5, no skin in the game. I know you have no skin in the game.
No.
But it's fascinating to see just like how much fans are kicking back, fan theories.
Movie theaters sold out, by the way.
Yeah, crazy.
For the last episode.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of fans having almost a last season of Game of Thrones type of reaction to it. So I think the big theme there is fan expectations high, and for one reason or another, stuff not living up to it.
Do you think that we might, there's a chance 10 years from now, looking back, that this year, everyone says, oh, that's the one battle year. That's the one battle after another year. PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson, finally.
Yeah, I think there's a good case for that. I think there's absolutely a good case for that.
Okay. Thoughts on twin movies? I didn't. I wanted to surprise you with this
yeah,
one.
yeah, you surprised me.
We had Alto Nights with Robert De Niro playing twins.
Oh, that's right.
Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson going crazy with his twins.
Yep.
And then we had Sinners with Michael B. Jordan.
Right, the biggest twin movie probably to ever exist.
I think my only question is, do we like them or do we not like twin movies?
I'm definitely against the twin
me
gimmick.
too.
Yeah.
Done.
I'm done with it. I mean, I will say, and I was a little bit hotter than Sinners than you were in a recent rewatch.
We'll get into that,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I don't want to take your...
Well, they didn't know I watched it. Yeah, we'll get into it later.
But I mean, I don't know. I just it was. I think I commented on it with Alto Nights that there's no scenario that I think this pays off more than having two different actors actually giving their own unique performances.
Right.
You know. And I talked about it during in Q1 of this year, where kind of acknowledged this. I thought it was maybe interesting to do an episode of we could do Legend with Tom Hardy playing two roles and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these out there, and I don't think there's
be
a single
compilation on the
example, that it pays off.
works, it
Works.
works.
I mean, I wish there was, but yeah.
There is one. I think there's one example that it pays
Okay,
off.
all right.
But I don't know if Oblivion counts.
I do like Oblivion.
But I have to say, I'll give my brief Sinners thing a little bit later.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you where give me two performances, not two performances from one guy.
Exactly.
Two from two, not, exactly.
And in the hypothetical, hard to nail it down because, who would you cast then and what they're actually doing.
Matter.
But, yeah, I think
when your
it'd be
brain
hard-pressed to see that actually paying off.
Right.
More.
When your brain is so focused on just wow, this one guy's doing both things.
Yeah.
Not really in the movie anymore, are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Robert De Niro with Alto Nights is, I don't know, proof positive? I don't know. I want to talk about you as far as how you covered films this year or whatever. Going on to 2026, are there any changes? How you feel like you're going to cover films differently? Or are there genres you feel like we're lacking that you're like, oh, shit, I want to cover these more? Any changes for Vin in coming up in the year?
Well, genre-wise, I can tell you my anime list has been growing unsightly. It is a large anime list, whether it's stuff that I want to return to that's rated on the site already, kind of fleshing out the reviews, but also just stuff I want to watch and haven't gotten to. So I wouldn't mind maybe making an anime month that we tackle some of these like a Western, or in more specifically, big change for 2026, we're pretty much out of fuel with Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock is kind of coming to a close.
What month did he consume again?
I think May, I want to say. Hitchcock
May? Okay, so...
Not a great reason to pair it to May, if I'm being honest.
The alliteration is not the hottest.
You got John Wayne July, Fred February. No, Hitchcock doesn't got it.
And we have Dancing February still. Well, I don't mind whatever it be, whether it be May. I don't mind picking a month of the year and saying, genre or director study is this month every year, and it's new every year.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Hitchcock took 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That could be something good.
And something earlier in the year as well, before we get backlogged on things that we have to cover for critical acclaim and whatnot. So
of course, yeah.
I would say that was a big one. And also a change in itself being Hitchcock has probably come to a close. I mean, not that we're necessarily out of gas, but I probably have 4 films yet left in the tank until my mind's made up a little bit on it. So,
well, we covered a decent amount of Hitchcock.
Absolutely. And stuff, honestly, I thought I would never want to watch one and never really like, too. I think back to this year, I think back very positively on things like Rebecca and whatnot, or even biting the bullet on stuff that's very acclaimed for Hitchcock, but I don't see eye to eye on. So,
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that would be the only major change.
Okay, well, like I said, you watched 86 new films. If you had to guess, how many films did I see? Old Two Shoes over here.
Old Two Shoes. I don't know. You surprise me. Sometimes you're like, I watched this. I
did okay this year, man. I've watched 49 new films.
That's pretty great.
It's way more than I thought.
Because you've kept pace on episodes, and then again, you go back. And...
So here's what I covered. Yes,
yeah.
The movies I covered after you covering them, and I always say, I gotta check this out. I gotta check this out.
Sure.
I went back and I watched F1, Sinners, and Weapons.
And Weapons really surprises me.
Why? Why did it surprise you?
I mean, you're not a horror guy.
I'm not, and yet I was just like, is it horror? I mean, we had conversations about it.
Right.
I just felt like I needed to watch it. It was one of the biggest films of the year, the most talked about. I felt like I needed to also, I don't know, felt like I needed to do it. You know what I mean?
And it has more to give than just scares. I mean, like the structure of the story and whatnot, and everything like that.
So I watched about 60 films, new films this year, Vin. Some of them you didn't get a chance to see. Like I said, I did see F1 Sinners and Weapons after we covered them.
Yep.
But I did cover some films that you did not get a chance to cover. So, I figured we can fill that out a little bit. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's great. Well, let's get into the Two Shoes Roundup.
Okay, very quickly, because I've been talking so much already. The Two Shoes Roundup. Here's some films I covered that you didn't get a chance to. So some of them I did cover Happy Gilmore 2. I did cover Predator Badlands.
You surprised me. You surprised me just when way back when you watched like all the aliens. I was like, what?
I got my own project. You have your list. I have my list.
Right.
Okay, so folks, I'll give these a quick rundown. I'll give them a Two Shoes.
Okay.
Just so, and we can also say, hey, we covered it on the podcast. They won't end up on the website, but I'll give you a taste. Predator Badlands I did talk about before. Listen, if you're a fan of the Predators films, you've probably just watched this film. It has enough in there. It has enough interest. It has enough uniqueness to it where you should watch this. You covered the Hulu film that came out called Prey.
Yeah.
And you were pleasantly surprised by Prey.
Yeah.
Same director did this.
Right.
Predator Badlands, pretty good film if you're a Predators fan. It's an okay action flick that if you're a bro and your girl's out, go ahead and throw it on. You'll have a relatively good time with it.
Shining review.
I give it a 1 shoe and 1 lace.
All right.
Okay, right in the center there. Happy Gilmore 2 made me upset. And then, there's some people I talked to about this film who absolutely love and are deeply connected to Happy Gilmore 1.
Sure,
They
definitely.
ended up actually kind of liking this film. Because I think there's an understanding that it's not going to come anywhere close to the first one. So why don't you shut up and have a good time?
Okay,
And
fair.
for that, Happy Gilmore 2, I think it's 1 shoe and a lace.
Okay.
Because it's not that great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I watched Roof Man.
Yeah, that surprised me.
So Roof Man came out and kind of came and went, but it's starring
Channing Tatum,
and
Kirsten Dunst.
And I had interest in this film only because of the director. Same director that did Place Beyond the Pines. Right. Who we ended up really liking. He has a kind of a cult following, and he has substance. He's not a generic guy.
Right.
So he came out with Roof Man, this movie kind of inspired by true events. He takes some liberties.
Okay.
And I watched it and was pleasantly surprised by this one, I have to say.
I heard some hype on it, honestly.
I kind of like Channing Tatum, but when it comes to if I'm going to praise him for great acting, I don't know if I can go there. There's something about you and I oftentimes talk about acting in the eyes, Vin. You know what I mean? You can tell a great actor will always act in the eyes. Channing Tatum always kind of seems dead in the eyes, and everything else about his body is acting, except for his eyes.
Yep.
So I think that's the problem I have with the film. But otherwise, it's cute. It's smaller. It is a good watch.
It looked like a cute movie.
I would sit down with my significant other on a Saturday night and say, let's throw on Roof Man.
Yeah.
Roof Man gets 2 shoes, no laces. But it does get 2 shoes.
That's good.
Die, My Love.
Oh, that's right.
Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson. Smaller film. It's getting some praise. And it is a small film. It's about postpartum depression, essentially. Robert Pattinson plays the husband, so a bit of a minor role, supporting role. This is the Jennifer Lawrence show. She is great.
Okay.
Jennifer Lawrence takes this role and runs with it.
Interesting.
The problem is when it's a film about postpartum depression, how great, exciting, big can it be? The answer is not very much.
Sure.
The cinematography,
Kind of a feel bad.
Cinematography is kind of weird. Very green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
like the coloring of the I think you would pick up on it immediately.
Oh, okay.
Coloring of the film is kind of a little weird.
Yeah.
And throws you off a little bit, and it's trying to do too much. And sometimes I feel like the film is trying to do too much. That being said, Jennifer Lawrence is great in it.
Okay.
What Robert Pattinson does is great. Sissy Spacek plays a supporting actress role in it. She is great in it. It's just very small, very pinpointed as far as an idea. But Die My Love, watch it if you're into that genre or the performances.
A little bit feel bad.
It gets 1 shoe and 1 lace.
Okay.
And that's more so for the story, but the performances are way higher than that.
Sure. I feel like that's also a very common thread this year. That like the movie that holds the performances, I could give her, I could take or leave.
Right.
But some performances belong either in a better film or almost even save the movie. So
Right, exactly right.
Yeah.
I think that's a big threat to this year.
Yeah.
Last film I watched that you did not was The Roses.
Oh, and we both wanted to. Yeah.
We both wanted to. Glad you didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it's Benjamin Cumberbatch,
Yep.
who is being praised for another film that I didn't even mention earlier. It's
Oh, yeah, something with a crow or
exactly
Yeah,
right.
it looks a little surreal or something like that.
Right, exactly. No one knows, and yet it's being talked about. But yeah, we don't really know. But Benjamin Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman, who I have been slowly falling in love with. I just think she
Absolutely.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
The movie was called The Roses, and it was like, wow, is this a rom-com we can finally get? Very shallow, very lackluster.
Really?
The writing was not good. The editing was not good. It seemed like a very quick, cheap movie. The one thing saving it is that you get to look at Benjamin Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman going head to head, going at it.
And wits,
That is great. The movie can only do so much. This gets one shoe, no laces.
Oh,
I mean, it's pretty low.
That's upsetting.
It's pretty low. I would recommend not watching it, really.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, everything
that's
else-
a shame.
Because if you're one shoe and a lace,
Yeah.
I can give recommendation. Again, go to performances for Dime I Love.
Sure.
This one, I love them both, and I really do.
Yeah,
Olivia
yeah.
Colman, she is good in the film. Benjamin Cumberbatch, good in the film. The movie really suffers.
That's a shame. And definitely was, I believe, when we wanted to cover on the episodes, we wanted to cover the original one, which I believe War of the Roses was directed by Danny DeVito. So kind of a soft remake,
Wow.
was it? Or something like that?
Yeah,
But-
well, I forgot about all of that, actually.
But wanted to cover both because, I don't know, it felt like a throwback to that rom-com, that rom-com magic.
And they're
So,
going for something, just doesn't hit. Doesn't hit.
That's a shame.
And that's all the movies I saw that Vin didn't. That was your Two Shoes Roundup, folks.
It is great. Can we get the sound bit one more time?
Okay, all right, well...
Where do you get these? Sometimes you do your own voice involved
No,
in the
none of
segment.
these are my own voice.
None of them?
But
Aw.
I did spend way too much time on these. Just promise me, just don't cut my wings and let me fly on this episode, please.
Okay, you got it.
No, I know. You're my guy. You back me up. Okay, all right.
Oh, man.
Well, I think it's time to... I've been talking way too much.
It's time to get to the awards.
I think it's time to get to the awards. Okay, folks, so let's get into our main awards. Very excited, Vin.
Yeah.
And just to give a breakdown of the show, we, of course, will have our main awards here, go through the ones that everybody's going to cover throughout the year. But then we'll get into our specialty awards.
Yep.
and have a
Always the
little bit of
highlight.
fun. Yeah, and then have a little bit of fun later on. But regardless, 167 movies, watch 86 new films. So let's start with those 86 in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go for the Tom Daly Awards. Vin, let's start with, we always try to go a little genre-based.
Yeah.
Let's just set our feet a little bit. Let's talk about horror films.
Yeah. So, best horror. I would say, despite a tough year overall, we actually had a pretty above average year for horror when it comes to it. Honorable mentions here. Nearly all of the internet is talking about these two and really split between Zach Cregger's Weapons and Ryan Coogler's Sinners. I feel like both of those films are great examples of what, again, kind of above average horrors look like. But my winner goes to two filmmakers I cannot wait to see more of.
Yeah.
The Filippo brothers' second film, Bring Her Back.
Bring her back.
Gets the best horror. I mean, really, really excellent. And I mean, like, when I think of a movie, for horror, something that actually scares me, there are so many moments in that movie that, like, I was peering through my fingers just to watch.
Well, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So first of all, I think we covered 15 new horror films this year, which surprised me. I thought
Right.
we covered like half a dozen.
Right.
About 15.
Yeah.
And the thing about horror this year is Weapons horror? Like
I think you're probably a good coin, the tiebreaker on that.
The reason why I went to it, Vin,
Right.
was because I knew it wasn't scary horror, scare jump type of horror.
Sure.
And Sinners, Sinners isn't horror. Like we have many horror-ish films. I might even tag them with horror on the website.
Right.
But there are so many more things than that. And I think Weapons and Sinners is that.
We're with Bring Her
Bring
Back.
Her Back. Not, by the way, got a 76% higher than Weapons and Sinners.
Yep, absolutely.
And is a pretty proper horror.
Yes, absolutely. That is pure in its genre.
So don't forget about it. And it's the Filippo brothers.
Yes.
Where do they hail from again?
They're YouTubers, actually. They're Australian
Right.
YouTubers. I
First
think
one was Talk to Me, right?
Yes, Talk to Me. Truly not a fan, not even aware of them in the YouTube space. I guess I wasn't in the Australian algorithms, But really impressive movie, and such momentum coming off of Talk to Me as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so best horror film for the year is Bring Her Back by the Filippo brothers. Vin gave it a 76%. I have best editing, or do you want to do best effects?
Let's do VFX.
Okay, so we've been trying to figure out this award
I'm only going to muddy it
for the
more.
past
I'm just telling you that right now.
4 years. Or 3 years at least. So I have best effects, digital or practical.
Sure.
Because I don't like mixing it up.
Right.
So digital effects as far as VFX, CGI, all the stuff on the computer or added on additionals, or like if somebody wows us with their practical effects.
Yeah.
Or like a Nolan. Like Nolan loves these practical.
Sure.
If he wows with what he did on screen, I want that to be recognized. So
yeah. Man in suit, pyrotechnics,
Right.
all of that is practical.
So, do you have any runner-ups for best effects?
Well, I think in addition to kind of grouping both practical and digital VFX together, this award for me, and again, this is where it was like, I'm going to muddy it a little bit more.
I love it.
It's also visual design, and I think... like concept design.
This is our fourth Tom Daly's, correct?
Yeah.
We still don't have this down
Not
at
quite nailed
all.
down. Well, it's also when we get to writing, that's adapted and original combined together. So
Can I say, we put hours, but very little is talk to each other,
Right.
Because we want to
yeah.
like surprise each other. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
we want the reveals.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But I do think when you can kind of consider visual design as well, 2025 has a lot of highlights. I think two main highlights that jump out to me is Del Toro's Frankenstein, where... classic Del Toro. I expected him to kill it in this regard. There's a lot to love in that film that maybe is just not in story structure.
Okay.
And Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps, I talked about this a lot when we reviewed this. I feel like this movie is gorgeous, and especially when it comes to the concept of this retrofuturism. All three of those aspects are great. I'll even throw in Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 when it comes to this regard. That, the sci-fi concepts, I'm all about.
Oh, right, with the concepts. That's
Yeah.
right. As we broaden this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the actual animation of that movie, I think, lacked a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right. But I like the design of everything. I think there's
You're talking big.
a
Yeah,
lot to love there. But that's at least my honorable mentions for now. So
Okay, I mean, I'll just run off my list. You
Sure.
take where you want. I do have F1 the movie.
Okay.
For practical.
fair.
With what they had to do, real racing.
Definitely part of the marketing.
Brad Pitt was actually in the car racing, or at least still 180 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
They brought another guy. Tron Ares, and I have quotes in, I guess.
Yeah, that's an I guess.
I kind of was disappointed with their visual effects, but they had so many
Yeah.
that you can go spend so much money. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
Basically, for the submarine shot and the biplanes at the end, those boys...
Silly or not, but
I don't care. It was like, talk about practical effects.
Yeah.
You're not going to see them like you have before in that film.
Yeah.
Minecraft, just because it was Minecraft.
okay, fair.
And Jurassic World Rebirth for the dinosaurs. I almost cut that off, but I said, okay, fine, I'll keep it in.
If I would cut any of those from actually calling them honorable mentions, I think it'd actually be Tron Ares. Because
I
when
would cut it too.
I was looking,
Yeah.
I was looking at it on the list on the Excel sheet, and I thought back to the scene where they're on the on the hover bike, and it's in that water segment, and that scene was just such a mess of flipping ups and downs, and it just felt so disconnected from the world, and it's just clearly Greta Lee and Jared Leto on a CGI bike, and it's just So that would be my only thing that I would
Let's cut it. I'm fine with that.
I would have a bone to pick with.
Yeah, I mean that's what I got. What do you got?
Okay, well, hey, listen. Winner this year stunned both of us early on, and reflecting on this film again, I'll say this a few times for a couple of these. One of the few films this year, period, I went back and watched again. It's got to go to A24's The Legend of Ochi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I had this on the list. I took it off because I felt like you were gonna make fun of me.
No, it's the winner. I think this movie is drop dead gorgeous.
Okay.
I think this movie is
You're
not
blurring
to,
the lines. Okay.
Listen, not to overhype it. I think that movie is probably the closest thing we get to a Western Ghibli film.
Okay, all right.
Seriously,
So,
Western anime.
I don't want to be rude or anything like that. What is this award exactly?
VFX again for me, and we're muddying it even further. It's
Right.
digital and practical.
Yeah.
I think a little bit.
Slash
Consideration.
cinematography, if you're talking about.
Well, no, it's more so visual design. It's concepts. It's a little bit of world. You know, what I mean, that's where VFX sits for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's what it does to the storytelling, and most of the times it does boil down to just digital versus practical. Though is something actually enhancing the experience through that.
Well, I'll tell you what. The reason why I had this on my list before I crossed it out was the use of the ochis.
Exactly.
The ochis. He did a mix of some of the ochis are fake.
Yep.
And they're all digital.
Yep.
Some of the ochis are man-in-suit ochis, and I absolutely adore and love them.
And
So-
that's where I was reflecting on, like, that aspect of let's take
I
the
get
visual
it.
design out of the piece. The combo of digital and practical being what I would just call VFX. You know what I mean? Visual
Right.
effects in general. She was clocked in on this. It was great.
So how about we just say you want to say best design?
Possibly. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
He's taking notes.
Well, I'm taking notes because I want to get this. I want to get the naming right. Because there's not a lot of VFX at all in this film.
Well, no, I think again,
Digital effects.
Exactly.
Digital effects
yeah,
is not
there's
many.
a lot. I mean, to your point just a second ago, it was like, is this including cinematography? There is a lot of that into the design of what's on screen.
Right. Okay. So best. Okay. So design.
All right, I like best design.
Best design.
I can settle on that.
There's almost
Effects and design. That's nice. That's nice. There,
That's good.
We're
That's good.
workshopping this live. A little
literally
tipsy.
4 years in. I knew it was going to be a problem. I knew it was going to be a problem. All right. Legend of Ochi. By the way, not complaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought I was going to win you over with this one.
Legend of Ochi for best effects and or design. I go to editing after this.
Yes, let's do editing.
Okay, so best editing. I'll just rattle some off here.
Sure.
I'm sorry if I feel like I'm in the corner for this film. I do have F1.
Oh, okay.
For best editing.
No,
because-
yeah, absolutely. And I think it's getting recognized in this category the most.
Well, the shots of racing and this guy to that guy to this guy and the track and then you have the crew and this, like, there's actually a lot of editing that needs to go into the film.
Absolutely. Almost in a sports editing kind of way, too.
100%. The Phoenician scheme, just because of the pinpoint accuracy that is demanded of Wes Anderson.
For sure.
And best editing, one battle after another. So that's who I've got. Well, that's all right. You go ahead for best editing.
Well, I've said it many times before on the podcast. Editing is memorable to me because it really can be seen as one of the main languages of filmmaking. Honorable mentions here. 2 movies stand out to me in this way, and it's both Safdie's Marty Supreme and Aronofsky's Caught Stealing, being just a blast to see unfold on screen. There is a visual language there that is key to the experience of the film, but looking back on the year, I was surprised how little identity there was in the frontrunners for this category, looking to what is considered best editing for the year from other award shows and whatnot. And it became pretty clear which film would be inseparable from its experience without its editing. And I'm happy to give this award to Maggie Kang's K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, K-Pop Demon Hunters
locks it down, that movie. I mean, we talked about it on the episode. This is exactly what I want from visual comedy. This is exactly what I want from editing. This is exactly what I wanted from Edgar Wright this year with Running Man. It checks all the boxes. And again, inseparable from what the experience would be without it.
Right. I absolutely adore that. So K-Pop Demon Hunter for best editing. So funny to make it animated too.
Yeah.
But editing is still a crucial. K-pop Demon Hunters is still a movie.
Yeah.
You still need to watch
Absolutely.
it, and it still needs to be edited together.
It still cuts, especially when it comes to the comedy.
Wow.
So, good cuts are good cuts.
What were your honorable mentions, just real quick?
The Aronofsky's Caught Stealing, and
Love
then
that, by the way.
Yeah, and Marty Supreme. I mean, Caught
You're
Stealing.
right. You're right on Marty, too.
Yeah. I mean, we talked a little bit about it with the ping pong, that we wanted more a little bit sports content to it. I can't believe I'm saying sports twice.
That's okay.
But
the shots themselves, though, the cuts.
Yeah, exactly. I like the rhythm. I like how
Right there,
we're not paying attention to every single ping pong match he's doing. You know, what is clipped to stream of conscious in that film as well, especially for Marty's ambitions. So there's a lot to love there.
One battle Phoenician Scheme F1. Anything?
I think F1 is worthy. I think
It's funny how we have a completely different list. I love that.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
F1, by the way, from that sports aspect.
Yes.
Because it needs to be so quick. It needs to be cut
Absolutely.
up,
And I think
proper.
we definitely talked about that on the episode specifically of just like cockpit shots, the different cameras that they're putting to it.
Oh,
how
they made
you
new
choose
cameras
that.
for the films.
Yeah.
I
how you
think-
snap to that is important.
I think Joseph Kaczynski, the director,
Mm-hmm.
like not forced, but worked with Apple to pay the money to build new cameras.
Yeah.
Which were tiny, like 1-inch or 2-inch cameras.
Interesting.
Just to get those driving shots.
Yeah.
Where that camera flips around a little bit a few times. You remember? Regardless. Okay, so best editing goes to K-pop Demon Hunters. Love that. Next award, Vin. Let's go to
Cinematography?
Okay, I had best music, but let's go. No, you're right. Let's
Yeah.
go cinematography because we're on looks. Best cinematography needs no more explaining than
For
that.
sure.
What film captured you the most? What film looked the most? What film kind of just embodied the movie itself the most? I have kind of a long list here.
Okay.
If you want,
there's a
I
lot
can
of good
rattle them
looking out
off,
there.
or-
Absolutely.
All right, so I have No Other Choice, cinematographer Kim Woon-hong, Weapons, Larkin Seipel, Frankenstein, done by Lan Lauston, Wake Up Dead Man by Steve Yeldlin, Phoenician Scheme by Bruno Debonel, F1 by Claudio Miranda, One Battle After Another by Michael Bauman, Train Dreams by Adolfo Veloso, and Ballad of a Small Player by James Friend. That's my big old list. I don't know. I felt like I was catching a lot with that net.
Sure.
I'm dying to know what you had for cinematography.
Well, I think this award is always lumped into the less flashy, less sexy production recognitions. But for me, I argue it's always been one of the most important because camera work is what defines it. Films being a visual medium for storytelling.
We talk about it often.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just me and you. When we watch a movie, cinematography kind of sticks out to us more than maybe other people, or we feel the need to talk about it more.
Yeah.
But the DP, the director of photography on the film, who is a cinematographer, has huge control
Absolutely.
of how the film actually is presented to you in the final product.
Yeah.
The feel, the look, the coloring, the lightness or darkness, the brightness. And you and I are just, I don't know, very acute to that, very honed into that.
Yeah.
And it's more important than I think what a lot of people would think.
Yeah, and I think it comes into play when we watch the Oscar baity type of films at the end of each year, where it's like, I'm asking myself a question of like, why is this done in a visual medium versus any other medium, And oftentimes that comes down to the camera work of it. A lot of the times as well, one scene can make or break the film, and for my honorable mention, it's One Battle After Another that proves that concept. With a chase scene that anyone that has seen the film is bound to remember. But when it comes to that visual storytelling, only one film took this principle and applied it to really the entire experience. The award goes to No Other Choice from Park Chan-wook and cinematographer Kim Woo-hung.
Kim Woo-hung, I mean, late entry.
Late entry is right.
Just covered the film last week, folks.
But really, I mean, like, the look of that film is phenomenal, and it just doesn't let up. It's every ounce of that film is dialed in.
That's fantastic. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I still cannot wait to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Best cinematography for Kim Woo-hung for No Other Choice.
Yeah, really great.
Next, we have... You want to go to the
score? Best
Yes.
music? Yeah.
So I have best music / score. So
Another one where we combined. Yeah.
If a song speaks to you, it'll win the award. If a soundtrack speaks to you, it'll win the award. If somebody just picked other people's songs but put it in a film and it works,
And I really like
that
it.
will also work. So basically, best music / score used or made for a film. Vincent Daly, I have 4 films.
Okay.
K-pop Demon Hunters, I have One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, and Tron Ares.
I would have liked
Unironically, by the way. Unironically, don't laugh at that.
Sure, no, absolutely.
I paid for the album.
But yeah, when these awards come around, music, it's one of the easiest to pick for me because of how soundtracks stand out long after we've covered the movie. I definitely want to shout out one that I'm hoping that you're going to be really sold on, Black Bag, with David Holmes, continuing his collab with Steven Soderbergh. Just capturing such a unique espionage feel to that movie. A real big honorable mention on that one.
Thank you for saying that.
Glad you got all smiles.
Well, that guy's kind of my guy.
Absolutely.
And folks,
all the way back to the Ocean's movies.
Right. You gave me the soundtrack to 13 or 11?
No, I think it was 11.
It was 11. You gave me the soundtrack to Ocean's 11.
Yep.
And David Holmes is phenomenal.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I made, back when I used to make CDs for people, David Holmes was on some of my CDs.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you for including him.
Yeah. I would say this was also another one where many of the older films we covered that aren't included in the year are just incredible soundtracks that I would consider all-time greats. I'm talking Singing in the Rain. I'm talking Sorcerer. I'm talking Train Spotting. I mean, we had a lot to love this year when it came to soundtracks.
Absolutely.
Phantom
Thread.
Yeah, absolutely. But whether it's recency bias or not, I called it right away in the review. Best music just has to go to Marty Supreme, composed by Daniel Lopatin. I mean, wow, this soundtrack is so good and so up my alley. It's not even funny.
I pressed you on it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to bring the heat, but when I brought up House of Gucci,
right.
I meant it as far as genre
conflict.
Genre swapping.
Yes,
right.
yes.
Because so the movie is set in the 50s. The
It's all
songs
80s.
we're hearing are not from the 50s. They threaded that needle, though. Huh?
Yes, I think it's the commitment to that. There's not one piece. If I had to go back to the House of Gucci kind of matchup of that, is that Gucci is trying to put in songs that
It was
maybe
a mess.
belong.
You don't need to.
Needlessly shitting on Ridley Scott yet again.
But just the concept of
that they're almost trying to trick you that it belongs in the era. There was never one iota of that.
Well, and they
in the
stuck
composition.
with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my praise here is honestly for Lopatin's score. That's where all my re-listens are.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if anything, piggybacking off of the big turnaround that I had on Good Time and Uncut Gems, that I almost question, how did I not respect these soundtracks even more? I mean, these are closer to Tangerine Dream doing Sorcerer than anything else we covered for this year. So really well done. I can't wait to see what comes down the pipeline next from Lopatin.
Okay, so music / score, Marty Supreme.
And I honestly, he has a stage name. It's something weird. It's like one Thix or something like that. Can't wait to listen to more.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's fine. Vin, let's move on to best screenplay, best writing.
Yeah, another combo. Because usually this is split with adapted and original. But
and we don't care about that. Original being original, adapted being from a book or a play or this or that, the other thing, an old movie. We don't care. Best screenplay, absolutely. So, again, I'll just kind of run down my films I have here, if that's all right.
Okay.
I do have Weapons, Begonia, Train Dreams, Eddington, Marty Supreme, The Phoenician Scheme, and One Battle After Another.
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as the combination of this, I feel like if we were ever to split one of the awards, it might be a case for this just because you get such drastically different feelings. But I'm with you. I mean, it's we got to condense a little bit. I
agree with you, by the way.
Right.
I was thinking, do we split one, and it would be this one.
Yeah,
that was right where I was at.
Paul Thomas Anderson returning to his favorite author, Thomas Pynchon, is worthy of an honorable mention here for adaptation side of that. Now, on the other hand, Josh Safdie and Ronald Bronstein once again create something so uniquely New Yorker. Achieved through their original voice. I feel like that encompasses a lot of praise, or at least an honorable mention for an original screenplay. But when it comes to writing, I truly felt the weight of this story on screen. Best screenplay goes to Train Dreams by Clint Bentley, Greg Quidar, and originally written by Dennis Johnson.
Fantastic, Vin. And what I really love this is clearly an adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
But the narration throughout this movie, which we normally don't like, and I'll say I don't normally
Sure,
like.
you're right. Well, we always kind of like sling exposition at it or something like that.
You almost feel like, okay, it's based on a book. It's very heavy on the book.
Yeah.
But at the same time, beautifully done.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes down to it, I was reflecting on Train Dreams specifically. I thought the writing was by far its strongest suit. Where whether it be how characters are introduced, even if you're kind of aware of like how structured the story is, of like, all right, there's another person he's come across in his life.
Right.
All of that was just so enjoyable and such a strength of the film.
Okay, Vin, let's go to Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, we're now into the performances. Yeah, we can do supporting actress. Absolutely.
Do you want to just...
I had Keep an Eye Out. Unless we're tacking that on.
I had that very low in the order. Let's do it now. You want to do it now?
Sure.
We probably should. Okay, Keep an Eye Out award. This is for the damn near unknown person who got our attention and excited for what they do next.
Yep.
This person might have acted before, but kind of not really.
And has a lot of promise down the road.
Yeah, whatever they were in, it's like, wow, we care about you all of a sudden.
Yep.
So the Keep an Eye Out on award, I have Ronan Day-Lewis for directing Anemone, Clinton Bentley for directing Train Dreams, Jacoby Juke for Hamnet.
Oh, yeah. I struggled with it on the episode. Yeah, it's like, what?
Helena Zengal for starring in Legend of Ochi. Alfie Williams for playing Spike in 28 Years Later. And Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. Before you answer and before you give your 2 cents and who you think should be mentioned for it, I'm going to go back to the Keep an Eye Out for what we had before.
Which is probably not a great track record.
Well, we've been at it for 2022.
Yeah.
However,
we have some runway here.
The Keep an Eye Out started in 2023. So, okay, Dominic Seza won the first Keep an Eye Out award.
Yes.
Because after what he did in The Holdovers.
Yes.
He was a no-name guy. He was in The Holdovers, and it was such an incredible performance.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the Anthony Bourdain pick from him. But
well, he was in multiple movies this year. One was called Oh, What Fun.
Okay.
He was like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th actor in that. Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah, and I didn't want him to get gobbled up by like franchise acting.
Yeah, well, box office-wise, it did pretty well. And he starred in a major role in a movie called Toe.
Oh.
Which, small film, I forget who the actress was, but she was kind of a big actress.
Okay.
And like indie film. It was about a girl who, her car was getting towed. And doesn't really matter. Regardless, upcoming films for Dominic Seza is Tony. Which is now in post-production.
Okay. Yeah, Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain biopic-ish.
Yeah, I'm hoping to break some mold with that, but he's kind of perfect for it, if I'm being honest. He's got that schnozola.
He won the Keep an Eye Out award. For 2024, the Keep an Eye Out award was Kyle Gallner, starring as lead actor in Strange Darling. So he actually came out with 2 movies this year, Vin. One was Caroline.
Okay.
It had actually some good reviews, and then he came out with a film called Just Breathe. Kyle's next films are upcoming Cotton Fever.
Okay.
And he's not the lead whatsoever in that film.
I didn't expect a lot from Gallner just because he likes acting in these indie projects.
Talk about Strange Darling real quick.
Oh, Strange Darling! Oh my God, still so good, so good. I mean, absolutely, like still a movie I recommend more than most. Like if I'm talking to someone new and they find out I do a movie podcast, Strange Darling is like in the holster.
How crazy is that?
Yeah. But Kyle Gallner, I didn't expect a lot from him. I'm hoping he does do some little bit more high end stuff, just because I really do think he deserves it.
Okay, well, like I said, my names are Ronan Day-Lewis, director for Anemone, Clint Bentley, a director for Train Dreams, Jacoby Juke for a young kid actor in Hamlet,
as well.
Helena Zengal for kid actor in Legend of Ochi, Alfie Williams playing Spike in 28 Years Later, and Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. What were some of your keep an eye on awards for 2025?
Well, definitely, I think this award, it points to the future career of actors and actresses. And in a lot of cases, if it's a standout young talent, they get a lot of consideration for this. But I was kind of thinking of career prospects this year. For some reason,
What does that mean?
just like they are on the cusp of doing probably their career-defining work or something just bigger than they've ever done. I think from that perspective, not exactly newcomers, but Jacob Elordi and Josh O'Connor, both I feel like are very positioned to come off of this year with big momentum. Like
Joshua,
big.
yeah.
Josh O'Connor, I mean, just waiting for that announcement of the Ratatouille live action any day now, Disney. And Jacob Elordi, I actually came from watching Critics' Choice and even just recently Golden Globes, how this guy interacts with a room. Everyone loves. I mean, everyone loves Jacob Elordi.
You're right. It does have my spidey senses up in a bad way towards him.
Right.
Seriously. I do kind of like him, though.
Okay, yeah. And obviously, and Elordi specifically, we'll be touching base with them with Wuthering Heights, soon enough. But keep an eye out award this year. There's a choice that has all that potential in addition to being her debut as well. The award goes to Chase Infinity from One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another. Chase Infinity.
I mean, I feel like with how much PTA praises her, I mean, he's saying
Well, that's for sure.
he couldn't make One Battle After Another until he met her. That's some high praise.
Super adorable, yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like that is going
Almost
to...
not believable.
almost like stop saying that.
I
But
hate to be Tarantino about it. You know what I mean? I can't stand Paul Dano.
But there's a degree there of just like I feel like that is going to do wonders for her career.
It absolutely will. Okay.
In addition to what she did in One Battle.
So the Keep an Eye Out award goes to Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another. Well, a year from now, Vin, we'll see what she's up to,
We'll see.
what she's planning.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, and next, let's get into our big actors, actresses.
Absolutely. The big four. We got supporting actress, supporting actor,
actress.
And, yeah.
We'll start with actress here, Vin, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I do have a kind of a late entry here, but Igna.
Oh, you're going to try this name?
Okay, wait. Give me a chance. Igna Ip's daughter, Liliaz, as Agnes Borg Peterson in Sentimental Value. I have Sally Hawkins playing Laura in Bring Her Back.
Okay. Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
Rachel Brosnahan, because who could replace the original Lois Lane? But Rachel Brosnahan was Lois Lane in Superman.
Like that?
Amanda Seyfried in as Nina Winchester in The Housemaid. Emily Blunt as Dawn Staples in The Smashing Machine. Amy Madigan as Aunt Gladys in Weapons, and Tiana Taylor as Perfidia Beverly Hills in One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
Vincent Daly, break down your best supporting actresses of 2025.
Well, definitely it's a tricky one just because mostly for how much runtime these performances actually get. I think my main honorable mention actually is going to go to Rebecca Ferguson in House of Dynamite. It's a surprise. I keep on catching you off guard. Okay, can I say? Did you cut that?
No, I'm not going to cut any of this.
No, I mean, did you cut that from your short list?
Oh, no. It was never on my... So she was in my mind.
Right.
But always as like we love Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah.
But obviously her accent work was kind of shit in this movie, and yet she's the best thing in this movie.
Yeah, true.
Except for Tracy Letts or something like that. Like Rebecca Ferguson, we adore.
It was just its impact. I feel like when it came down to it, I was reflecting on these performances, and it's like impact versus how much runtime they actually get. And I mean, if anything, House of Dynamite, it's like, well, it's a third runtime at max,
you know
and
what?
she killed it. You know,
she did. She was phenomenal.
Yeah.
She was actually better than everyone else by a factor of 10.
Yeah,
just about.
Yeah, I'll tell you one that I actually cut from.
I can't believe you had her on. How did I not have her on?
I know. I'll tell you one I cut from my list that was maybe in consideration. I was going to throw some love to Black Bag again for Cate Blanchett, where it's just like such a linchpin character to the story, but not the lead, and kind of what we talked about going back all the way back to Maestro, where it's just like, who's the actual lead here? You know what I mean? Like, what's actually going on here?
Why did you cut it? I feel like her time in the movie was not enough.
Yeah, okay. And I think that's ultimately where I was just like, well, and was I really like that wowed? No, I think if anything was wowing me in Black Bag, it was Fassbender.
Yes.
You know.
Cate Blanchett, in a way, was just kind of Cate Blanchett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a plug-in performance, but definitely not breaking her mold or anything like that. So, but I got to go with my gut on this one. Only one performance immediately grabbed my attention and never let it go, to the point that I wanted this character to be incorporated so much more. It's got to go to Tiana Taylor from One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another, Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
And she's in it. I mean, she is the story for a section of the movie.
Absolutely. And just so great. I really wasn't familiar with Tiana Taylor before the movie at all. Obviously, she does have an acting career and a music career as well. But this character, she just absolutely killed it.
Well, and she is coming up in other pictures, I think even in 2026, but we'll get to those later. Tiana Taylor wins for Best Supporting Actress. Good for you, Tiana. Okay, so Best Supporting Actor, Vin, we go to. And this is a smaller list for me.
Yeah.
I have Eddie Gathegi playing Mr. Terrific in Superman.
Oh, interesting. That is a great choice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, there's no right. He has no right being as good as he is.
And a show
or we giving a shit about the character.
For sure. Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Terrific was like C-tier hero.
I remember you saying that on the review.
Yeah,
you were like, he should not be in our group.
Yeah.
That's Eddie Gathegi, Mr. Terrific. I have Damson Idris playing Joshua Pierce in F1.
Okay.
Stellan Skarsgård playing Gustav Borg in Sentimental Value. Paul Mescal playing William Shakespeare in Hamnet. And Sean Penn playing Colonel Stephen Lockjaw in One Battle After Another.
Licking his comb and all.
That's what I've got.
Yeah. Well, this one's a pretty easy one for me because it just boils down to my favorite villain performance. For me, nothing even came close. I don't have an honorable mention here, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna be that strong with this win. But I do like where you're coming from, and I think actually the Superman pick from Mr. Terrific is a great example of that was a show stealer.
Well, there are some people.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I do not have an honorable mention and could have easily won this, even in strong years, despite this actor's disdain for any award show, period. Best Supporting Actor, without a doubt, goes to Sean Penn in One Battle After Another.
Sean Penn wins for One Battle After Another. Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw.
I just remember leaning to you and saying, "No henchmen."
Yeah. Ben was couldn't believe me. He goes, "You got no henchmen."
No henchmen.
Which is hilarious. And by the way, he hates award shows, yet he certainly shows up for them.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
I know it's so. I mean, I kind of commented on that in the episode that I was initially going to shit on Sean Penn a tiny bit, just because he's such an opinionated guy, and so ingrained in his opinions, but. I loved this performance. It was so great.
Even him, this performance is that good.
Yeah.
But his even persona, he contradicts himself so much. Where at times I hate him.
Oh, for sure.
And then at times I'm like, this might be one of my favorite human beings of all time.
Right.
He goes in and out. It's a roller coaster.
Absolutely. It made me even question because One Battle After Another, again, one of the handful of films that I actually rewatched this year, period.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this, and I remember saying on the reviews, I was like, this is how you write a villain. After rewatching it, I kind of questioned my own feedback there, because it's there is comedy. He's made it to be an idiot sometimes, which I always think is the poison pill for villainy, for making menace, I've said on episodes. But somehow it all mixes together in a one-of-a-kind way. So really great.
Sometimes it's so silly you have to take it serious. Sometimes it's serious, but you have to take it silly.
Exactly.
It's phenomenal.
A lot of the time he's the butt of the joke, which I think would
would
sink it, but it's something else.
All right, so Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn, wins for Best Supporting Actor. Excellent, Vin. Leads me to a question here. 86 new films from 2025. How many films did you go back and rewatch, if you had to put a number on it?
I think probably 4, maybe 3.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're a busy man though.
But
keep it rolling.
but that is also like the desire too. There were specific ones that I wanted to rewatch just for enjoyment, but there was a lot that I was just like I had no interest in ever seeing again.
All right, so now we get into the big boys. Oh, Best Actress?
Yeah, sure. Pretty packed.
Wow. So the past few years, actress and supporting actress for me was a huge list. I had to scramble.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I was scrambling.
This award show is just about surprising you.
Surprising both of us.
It's just hot takes.
Listen, I have no say in it, but you know what I mean. I just like to be here. So let's start with Best Actress. I have 4.
Okay.
I have Mia Threppleton playing Sister Liesel in The Phoenician Scheme.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
She was kind of in it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Julia Garner playing Justine Gandy in Weapons. Emma Stone as Michelle Fuller in Begonia. And then Jessie Buckley for playing Agnes Shakespeare in Hamnet. And honestly, it's not that there weren't great female performances this year, but I'm trying to think of the best of the best. That was what I have been.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we're definitely on the same page. I think my first honorable mention has to go to Emma Stone for In Begonia.
She's on your list.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I thought she might have been off.
Yeah, the shaving the head thing beyond the gimmick. Beyond the gimmick, I mean, it's a commitment, so it was top of mind as far as like commitment to the role, which we'll talk about in just a second.
And she went there in other ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think, in thinking about Begonia, that was not something I rewatched, but I think you could definitely argue she's at one of her funniest in this role out of the Yorgos collabs. There's a lot of Emma Stone style comedy in this performance as well.
100%.
Or like sarcasm or even how she kind of pacifies, her captors in that film. I think, again, a breakout role for Chase Affinity is deserved of a little bit of props here, especially for how emotional it gets. I think there's...
Best Actress, though?
Yeah.
It's tough. So
again, it's the argument of like what's lead, what's not,
Can we actually break that down a little bit? And when I say break down, I just mean like bitch about how we still don't understand. Yeah. I don't know the rules of Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting. I don't know. If you have a main lead that is such a like let's say you have a main guy who's such a lead guy.
Right.
But then his number 2 is this woman who's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. But she's a supporting character to him, so she's Best Supporting Actress. But at the same time, as far as being a woman in the movie, she's the number 1 woman.
Right.
So is that Best Actress?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it with Sentimental Value.
Such a struggle.
Of just like, we were both expecting both of the female leads to be primary leads, and then we're watching the movie together, and we're like, this is kind of Stellan Skarsgård's story. Like, what the hell?
We've struggled with this every single year.
I mean, I always go back to Maestro, where it's like, that's a genuine question of like, whose story is that in the Leonard Bernstein biopic? Whose actual story is that? Oh, man. I would say any Best Acting award, the big 4 here, often has to go to the most jaw-dropping performance, and without a doubt, that has to be Jessie Buckley in Hamnet.
All right.
Not even that big of a fan of that movie. I think I even said in the review, it's not something I'll necessarily return to, but there are countless scenes that you could only describe as powerful in that movie.
And she crushes it.
Well deserved.
Jessie Buckley for Best Actress. Great job playing Agnes Shakespeare in Hamnet. Jessie, good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's got that little crooked smile. She always got. It's very charming.
That's right.
Can't wait to see her in The Bride.
All right, so I have 3 more left for this. Best Actor, like I said, usually... Lately, in the past years, small.
Yeah, you've been on the other side of it.
I do have, and some of these, by the way, folks, because we cover so many films, a lot of times in these awards, and even for you, maybe even a little bit later, these recognitions are just like, just don't forget about this, maybe, or don't forget about this movie or this 100%. Performance. We know it's not going to win,
right? But it deserves a little bit of a nod.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can't just be subject to 2025 is 3 films only. You know what I mean? Okay, so for Best Actor, here we go. I have Joaquin Phoenix playing Joe Cross in Eddington, Joel Edgerton playing Robert Grenier in Train Dreams, Benicio del Toro playing Anatole Corda in Phoenician Scheme, Jesse Plemons playing Teddy in Begonia, Daniel Day-Lewis as Ray Stoker in Anemone, Dwayne Johnson as Mark Kerr in The Smashing Machine, Michael B. Jordan as Smoke and Stack in Sinners, Leonardo DiCaprio as Bob in One Battle After Another, and Timothée Chalamet playing Marty Mauser in Marty Supreme. That's what I got. That's what stuck out to me this year. Vin?
I think that's a great list, and this one was a tough one because I feel like there is a stacked list.
You had a big list as well?
Yeah, exactly what I was talking about earlier in the episode of like, there are good performances here that are wrapped in a movie I could give two shits about, but the performance either saves it or is the only reason to check out the movie.
Isn't that true? Yeah.
I think it's a good sign that my picks for these awards, you know, the performances rise above the movie they're in, and regardless, you know, I still love the whole experience or not, regardless if I did or not. The obvious honorable mention here is Leo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another. I found myself reflecting on that performance quite a bit, and I talked about it in the review. Just like, there is a trio here that is magic, you know, and already 3 wins technically if you include Chase Infinity.
Do you know what surprised me about this one? Because Leo is shockingly still. I come out of this film, and I had watched this a second time on HBO Max. I still only want to hang out with Leo. If I had to choose one person, just like, give me more of this character in this movie. PTA, can you just be on Leo more?
Absolutely.
He was that good.
It was great. It was really great. I think two honorable mentions that I just want to give some love to. You said one already. Daniel Day-Lewis in An Enemy. If anything, embodying what I mean when I'm saying this is an excellent performance, probably not a movie I'd recommend. You know?
You said he was the film.
Yeah, exactly. To the point that maybe is a burden of just like how offset how much acting is put to it. And there were things I liked about that movie. I liked the cinematography, you know, the look and the surrealism, but Daniel Day-Lewis is killing it in that movie. So if you are a diehard Daniel Day-Lewis fan, that is something to check out. One that's not included in yours, and again, something there that I wasn't a huge fan of this movie, but reflecting on the year really stood out to me. Tom Hiddleston in Life of Chuck. Yeah, out of left field. Out of left field for me as well.
All you want to do is dance. That's what. You want to dance. That boy can...
I just want to dance.
Good honorable mention, Ben.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of love he put into that. And Hiddleston, again, you know, I mean, I could understand where some people are annoyed by him or whatnot. I think this was a really, really great role that he matched into. But for our winner, whether you could call it method acting or just the most perfect role for the mindset of this actor, best performance gotta go to Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme.
Whoa, Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, Chalamet.
Marty Supreme.
And that's what I mean. Whether it's method acting, whether it's just, again, the perfect role for the guy. I don't think we're going to get another one that good for Timothée Chalamet.
Wow, but best actor of 2025 goes to Timothée Chalamet playing Marty Mauser in Marty Supreme.
Yep.
Excellent,
Well-deserved.
Vin. Excellent.
I'm glad there's some surprises here.
Have two more here. We have Best Director and then Best Picture, yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let's go into Best Director. Once again, I'll lay out mine.
Okay.
I do have, last minute with a bit of a question mark, I do have Park Chan-wook for No Other Choice.
Okay.
I put him on here, and for good reason. I have Joseph Kosinski for F1.
Oh, yeah?
And Zach Krager for Weapons, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, and Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. If I could, real quick, just kind of, not even for anybody, but just as a whole of director. I was so disappointed last year when the Oscars basically discontinued Denis Villeneuve for Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
And they put in that guy that made that other...
The guy that he did the...
Gold something?
Yes, I'm forgetting his
Regardless, he was in the nomination for Best Director, and I always think, what does it mean to be Best Director?
Yeah.
I remember listening to Quentin Tarantino and saying it was something like an orchestrator, a guy who just like, you don't need to know every specific detail of this, that, or the other thing in your film. You need to know what you want, you need to have the vision, and you need to be able to vocalize it. And then everyone else around you, as long as you can communicate well, can put this picture together. I will say, Joseph Kosinski, the reason why he's on my short list, it's not the best movie in any way. It's not the best acted. It's not the best screenplay. It's not any of that. It's not the best cinematography. But when it comes to a director, we need to get the most realistic shots in these cars, and we need the cameras doing what they need to, and we need the production to all fit together like a nice glove and nice puzzle piece. that's why I put Joseph Kosinski. And director is always super weird, and we talked about multiple times.
I think
I hate to go on a
Kaczynski's-
tangent. You get it.
No, I'm with it. I'm going to go on a further tangent because Kaczynski, even with my hard feelings on Top Gun Maverick, he's using the momentum. F1 feels like the follow-up to Top Gun Maverick because of what he's doing on screen.
And even look at Doom Part 2.
Yeah.
Where it's like, talk about an orchestrator.
Right.
I need 1,000 pieces to come together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm the guy. I am the director. And it just kind of seems like a lot of people with this best director, it's like, well, whatever is best movie will make best director.
Just got it,
I
yeah.
don't think it's that, I don't know. I think that's where we can kind of make our mark.
Absolutely. Well, and Best Director means the most to, I think, both of us because on almost any episode of the podcast, we talk about the importance of the director in a film. And I feel like it transcends more than just being a boss. It captures the ethereal nature of vision itself. And you said vision as far as, what actually matters here. I think when it comes down to vision, my honorable mentions, Park Chan-wook for his vision of desperation in No Other Choice. I'm going to throw out Ray Mendoza for his vision of realism in warfare.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Ray
He's a
Mendoza
co-director, don't
was
forget.
right, and obviously I love the other side of that co-directing, but there was a good chance. I'm telling you, I was really considering Ray Mendoza for getting the whole thing.
Wow, okay.
And once again, Maggie Cain for her vision of inspiration for K-pop Demon Hunters. That is a movie that would not be.
You were touched by that film. You were in a way.
I wanted to cover it on release. No. But I will say, the winner here has to go to the great Paul Thomas Anderson.
PTA.
Once again, just giving something so uniquely all his own in one battle after another. I mean, whether it be the first director episode we did for him, or again the follow-up now for covering one battle after another.
It's hard to fight it.
Yeah, you look at his films and it's just like, man, this guy is so unique and so worth checking out almost everything that he does. So,
all right, Vin. Well, okay, so that's one battle after another for Best Director, and here we go, the big boy. The funny thing is, with most award shows, this is like, what's going to win? What's going to happen? We are the daily ratings, meaning we put ratings on the movies.
Right.
So
the
it's a little
biggest,
bit laid out
juiciest
in this-
award, it's the writing's on the wall.
You want to just take it? I mean, I got the top 5 here.
Yeah, no, give the top 5. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So,
because I think if anything, that's more important there.
coming in 5th place with a 78% was Caught Stealing. 4th place with a 79% was Marty Supreme. 80% was No Other Choice. 80% was Train Dreams. The best movie of all year of 2025 was
One Battle After Another.
Hey!
I mean, just such a strong performance. And I mean, realistically, if anything, I'm not trying to, give a backhanded compliment to the winner here. But again, 2025, a weak year.
Year.
Even within the PTA
Absolutely.
episode, our second director study for him, there are stronger movies even within that episode. But without a doubt, I mean, I feel like it's pretty clear that One Battle After Another just had so much vision and so unique and so entertaining. I mean, I feel like really
was.
the bridge for it is everything you want out of a critically acclaimed film and still a great time to watch, and one of the handfuls of films that I actually rewatched period this year. So
I think a huge part of it was the comedic aspect to it.
yeah.
I was listening to a interview with PTA, and he was like, "Yeah, I hope people find it funny. Like, I hope people are laughing during this because some people, you go into it and you want to take it seriously. Whatever.
Right.
PTA was like, laugh to this movie, please.
Yeah.
The thing about it was, it was so enjoyable. I did watch it a second time as well myself.
yeah.
And you can find this on HBO Max, folks, if you're interested. I watched it a second time, and I was a little bit less impressed with Chase Infinity.
Oh, okay.
For an actress who was kind of a nobody and starring in a major picture in Leo and PTA,
For sure.
she's doing an amazing job. A few of her scenes were a little bit flatter than I would have hoped, but that's nitpicking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we both love this film, and I went back, I had a good time, and it is funny, and yada yada. And yet there is other PTA that we kind of like better.
Oh,
and that it's 81%. It is the best film of the year. And I kind of agree with you. It's the best film of the year. That being said,
There's a lot better we can do.
I don't know if I love 2025 of a year.
Yeah. I mean,
man.
even in that top 5 is just like, what, 3 films cracking 80s, But listen, again, not as a backhanded compliment. Well-deserved win for One Battle After Another, and really, really great. Really, as of this year, my go-to in the holster of like, you want to watch something, or what's my recommendation? Someone finds out we do the podcast. One Battle After
Another.
Yeah, it's come top of mind every time.
Absolutely. All right, so for just those big awards here, the Best Supporting Actress was Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Best Supporting Actor was Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. Best Actor with Timothy Chalamet for Marty Mauser and Marty Supreme. Best Actress was Jessie Buckley as Agnes Shakespeare in Hamnet. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. And Best Picture, One Battle After Another. Excellent round here. Any notes before we move on to other things on the episode?
Well, I think before we get to the the off the cuff awards that you throw at me, do we want to do Golden Laces and Daily Recognition, or is that for the very?
I
want
to say those to the very
okay,
end.
you got it.
Yep.
You got it.
Usually, folks, we'll do those, and then we'll talk about 2026 movies the next year. Again, that is for all of next week.
Yes,
we have a complete episode talking about what we're excited for 2026. So at the very end of this, the ones that speak the most to us.
Yeah.
The Daily Recognition.
A personal fave, if
and
you
the
will.
Golden Laces Award.
Yeah.
First, now that we covered those films, let's talk about 2025. Okay, I have the best films of the year and the worst films of the year.
For sure.
You want to cover those?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the top line, what do you 2025 or podcast wide? Let's
2025.
Okay. So
we kind of covered top 5 for 2025.
Right. So, okay,
let's do bottom.
No. Let's do the top 14 films of 2025.
You know what? Sure.
Okay. All right. So tied for 9th of the year was Hamnet and Chainsaw Man the movie Reza Ark.
Wow. What a polar opposite experience with those films.
Tied for 9th of the year, getting 73%. Tied for 8th, we have Fantastic Four First Steps and Sinners getting a 74%. In 7th place, Weapons with a 75%. Bring Her Back and The Legend of Ochi tied for 6th place with a 76%. Tied for 5th place with Warfare, K-Pop Demon Hunters with a 77%. Caught Stealing with a 78%. Marty Supreme with a 79%. Tied for 2nd, Train Dreams, No Other Choice with an 80%. And One Battle After Another, only with an 81%. And that was the number 1 film, One Battle After Another, Vin.
Right.
Okay, so for the top, let's do podcast wide.
Okay.
Again, we covered 100.
And there's a lot of like heavy hitters here, in each of the episodes for old movies.
Exactly right. So I have the top 12 movies that we covered on the podcast.
Because it's the tiebreakers?
Exactly,
Okay.
So tied for 6th place, we have Dead Ringers, Big Night, and Singing in the Rain. They all got 80.
What a competition. Wow.
Those all got 83%. We then have tied for 5th place. We have Rebecca, The Raid Redemption, The Master, and The Shape of Water, all with an 84%. Which is what an array of films.
Yeah, really. For real.
In 4th place with an 85%, Train Spotting. We have The Treasure of the Sierra Madre with an 86%.
Oh, so good.
For 3rd place. Tied for 2nd, The Shawshank Redemption and Tampopo with an 88%.
Oh, Tampopo was so good.
The
so
number
good.
1 film that we covered all year on the podcast, over 180 films, high and low with a 92%.
Phenomenal. That's so great. And I seriously, that's where when we talk about like looking back and reflecting on the year. That's where I was like looking back on this year. I was like, say what you want about 2025. Honestly, wherever you want to, whatever hits for you, whatever doesn't, I feel like we uncovered some serious gems on the podcast.
And we covered gems. And you know what? One Battle After Another was the best film of 2025. It was the 18th best film of 2025 on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. So just for some perspective. Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, bottom of the barrel.
We have the top 11 worst films of 2025. Okay? We have Avatar, Fire and Ash, and 28 years later, tied for 9th place.
Tied? Wow.
With a 35%. These are very tightly close, by the way.
Yeah.
So 9th place, 28 years later, Avatar Fire and Ash, 35%. Freakier Friday, to 34%. Love Hurts, with a 33%. Wicked for Good, with a 32%. Megan 2.0, with a 31%.
Oh, 2.0 was such a mess. Oh, my God.
Play Dirty, with a 30%. Presence, with a 28%. A Working Man, with a 25%. And tied for the number one worst movie of the year, Flight Risk, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Oh, wow.
With a 22%.
Amazing. I kind of wish Flight Risk, edged it out a little bit there, just so I could say first
So
of the
bad it's
year,
good?
worst of the year.
Okay. I thought so bad it's good, but that's okay. No, I get it. Those are the top 11 worst films of 2025.
Oh,
Now,
man.
top 10 worst films of all podcasts for the year. In 8th place, Play Dirty, with a 30%.
Yep.
7th place, Presence, with a 28%. A Working Man, with a 25%. Tied for 5th place, The Fantastic Four from 1994.
Oh, that's right. I was wondering, what's actually going to edge out the new releases?
And Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. That and Fantastic Four got a 24%.
The hang time on the shield throws. I will always remember how much we're waiting for that shield to come down.
Tied for 4th place with Flight Risk and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 with a 22%. The third worst film that we covered all year, Superman 4 Quest for Peace, with a 20%. Any guesses on the top two?
Oh, man, I honestly don't know.
Superman 3 with an 18% was the second worst film. And the worst film that we covered all year on the podcast, over 160 films from 1979 on CBS, Captain America with an 11%.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
These were TV films?
Yeah,
What
TV
was the
movies.
deal?
Yeah, TV movies.
Okay, but they count.
They count. They definitely count. I watched them.
Captain America from 1979 with 11%, capping out the worst of the year.
Well, I mean, ultimately, not too different than the worst movies we had from it. I mean, if anything, those are almost expected, especially bad.
That's kind of true.
Yeah. But things like Play Dirty, Flight Risk. Anything Mark Wahlberg
happened.
There's just man, it was a chore of a year to get through some of these.
But we had fun at the same time, folks.
Yeah.
All right, Vince. So a couple of statistics here. I'm a stats guy.
You got it.
Okay, so let's just real quick before we get into some other
we
stuff.
need stats guy merch.
Okay.
Stats.
So I figured we just go over some.
Stats.
So I figured we go over some stats. So I kind of thought that this one was going to be super important.
Okay.
And listen, we hope to be around for a while, whether it be 10 years, 15, it'd be 30 years if we're still doing this. That would be very cool. Mm-hmm. So I started to think, let's get some just stats and numbers down.
Okay.
So the longer we go, we might be able to get an idea of things. Mm-hmm. I don't think this number means anything now, looking at it, but I got the average movie rating.
Oh, okay.
Of every year that we covered. So I took every single score and what was the average? What was the mean percentage given per year?
I like it.
They were shockingly close together.
Right.
So, because my thing was I was trying to figure out, what is a good mark of, hey, what was a great year for movies?
Sure.
And again, 30 years from now, 15 years from now, people say, what was the best year movies you covered? We could actually have an answer.
It's pretty close because it probably rounds out from everything that's in 50s and 60s.
Well, if you had a guess, go ahead. What was the average this year? All movies put together. What was it, 2025, the average
59.
rating? So it was 56.78%.
I got the tens.
But the best year we had was I think it was a 57 and change. It doesn't matter.
Really? Okay, okay. All right.
And then I started thinking that shouldn't count. I want to know what was the best movie year. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How do we judge that? And you can't really count the films that got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% because
I gotta sink it.
If you were a person saying this was a great movie year or not, what you would want is give me the top 10 films or the top 15 films of this year. Let me look at them and I can judge back and forth. right? I can judge, that was a good year, that was a bad year.
Right.
Based on these top 15 films, based on these top 15 films, right? So then I did hours of number crunching. I did my best to come up with all different kinds of calculations and percentages. Like, I really did a lot of work on this, man. So if you could just bear with me, both you and the listeners. I came up with a formula, finally, for a credit score of a movie year. Okay, so I was able to take...
That's great.
I consumed it all the numbers, all the percentages of the year, all the percentages of the percentages, and I was able to come up with a generalized credit score.
Wow.
I tried to make percentages from 0 to 100. I could not make the figures work. But basically, what I have here is that if a movie year was the worst of the worst, you're around 300.
Okay.
And if a movie year was the best of the best, you're about 850 to 900.
Got it.
Okay, so obviously 900, almost impossible to reach. 300, almost impossible to reach. And I didn't try to make those numbers. I made math happen. And these were the numbers that came out. And I said, I guess
we need to audit this.
Well, I was like, it's close to a credit score. Okay. So I'm not going to bother you with how I came up with these numbers.
Maybe don't. So
I tried so hard. But I will say, I tried so hard that I think these work for the future. Regardless, we have 4 test studies as far as the years go. If you had to guess best to worst years, what were your guesses?
Well, I mean, this is probably in the running. I remember also reflecting on 2022 of just like we still had COVID woes.
COVID, right.
Yeah.
So you think in 2025 and 2022, some of the worst.
Yeah.
If you had best worst, just make the judgment.
Probably 2022.
Was worse.
Yeah.
Okay. And then best year of the podcast, what do you say?
Probably last year. Well... Yeah, probably last year. Last year.
Our worst year so far was 2025, if you can believe it, which you kind of can. It got the rating, a credit score of 477.6. Okay.
Points.
Hopefully
no math majors in the audience.
I did a good job on this. Our second worst year was 2022.
Yeah.
With 496.3. So close.
Yeah.
Close. Our second best year was 2024.
Okay.
That got a movie credit score of 631.8.
Okay. All right. Over the hill.
It's pretty big score, yeah. We don't even touch the 500s, I have to say. But our best year was 2023, and that got 660.2.
Still not a great credit score. It's still room for improvement.
Right, but you look at 1994, you look at 2017.
I like this.
Think of the best of the best of the worst of the worst.
I think we're at risk of Rotten Tomatoes stealing this methodology.
No.
We might have to take out a trademark on it.
Whatever I did here, I guarantee you can't replicate.
You can't reverse engineer it.
But
it is the scribblings of a madman.
Then I literally spent hours on trying to get this. Because, again, I think 15 years, 20, 25, 30 years from now, this might mean something.
I do like that. And just from the hip, what are the credit scores for the year?
I'll explain it to you off the podcast. Because I think the genius has no best. Regardless, worst year on the podcast was 2025.
Editor John, we need this moment of you going through the credit scores being the Oppenheimer clip of just it's paradoxical, but it makes sense. That is.
Well, I'll tell you why 2023 bumped it up. You know why?
Okay.
Because you were 2024.
Yeah.
2023 saw 10 films in the 80 percentile.
That's wonderful.
That's 11% of the films ended up in the 80%.
That's great.
22% of the films in 2023 ended up in the 70 percentile. So that means something.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2025 is our worst year on record so far with a credit score of 477.6, followed by 2022 with 496.3. 2024, 631.8, and the best year we've ever had was 2023 with a credit score of 660.2. Okay, just wanted to touch on that. Okay, very good.
Patent for the credit score movie year pending.
Okay, with that, let's get into our specialty awards.
Yeah,
that just
sufficiently sloppy for these awards.
They are. What do you mean by that?
I'm sloshed.
Oh, yeah. I got to be honest with you. I'm sorry about it. I mean, we're hitting the cocktails.
We're always
a party. This is a celebration.
It's a celebration.
These awards, they smell just as good. They mean just as much. But these are the specialty Tom Daly Awards. Vincent Daly, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Going with the award show.
I'm locked in.
All right, so we're going to bring back some awards that we always have here. So first up is the Cain Mutiny Award. This is for the most disappointing film of the year.
Yeah.
Both new and old. That's what I love about these awards. We get to explore some of the older films that we covered.
Yeah, kind of the cross between the two.
Well, when you cover over 80, we want to give some love.
Yeah.
The Cain Mutiny Award, and it's named after that because the Cain Mutiny was supposed to be really good, and then Vin really didn't like it.
Yeah. Honestly, we might have to revise the names just because the meme has kind of died on the podcast.
No, we're keeping it. We're keeping it. Even when we're 85 years old, it's going to be the Cain Mutiny Award. Cain Mutiny Award for the most disappointing film all year. I have Mickey 17, which you gave a 61%. A little rough.
Sure, no, but I feel you.
It was the first. It was
It's
like
disappointing.
Yeah.
We were hyped.
Mulholland Drive.
Whoa.
Which you gave a 70%, which, by the way, if you're new to the podcast and listening to this, for apologies if it's not going how you thought, but also 65% on the daily ratings is a good film.
Sure.
A 70% is a pretty good film. 75% a very good film. 80% is an excellent film. And an 85 is, you should probably watch this film before you die because it's that good.
Absolutely.
That's how we roll here if you're new to the podcast. So anyway, Mulholland Drive got a 70%, which means a pretty good film.
Right, but it's praised as one of Lynch's best.
You know how I talked about earlier that like the 25 best films of the past 25 years?
People say
it was like in top 5 on most people's list.
That's great.
Okay, so Mickey 17, Mulholland Drive. I have Wicked for Good with a 32% because Wicked won.
Right.
I gave like a 70 or something.
Sure,
like that.
sure.
The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. Hitchcock month did not do great. You got to give 47% for The Birds. I have The Running Man of this year, which you gave a 36%.
I'm tearing up.
That was tough. I put on Presents because it was Steven Soderbergh and writer David Koepp.
Yeah, true.
Presents got a 28%. Lastly, on the Cain Mutiny, I have Havoc, directed by Gareth Evans, which came out this year. Gareth Evans, you have been waiting for this film?
I really have been waiting for that movie.
You gave it a 49%.
Oh, man.
So the Cain Mutiny for the most disappointing. Mickey 17, Mulholland Drive, Wicked for Good, The Birds, The Running Man, Presents, and Havoc.
I'll tell you right now, it's between Havoc and Running Man, but oddly both action.
Yeah.
Havoc because I just expected the world coming off of The Raid and Gareth Evans. And boy, did I expect the world from Edgar Wright. I think it goes...
Or expect something from Edgar Wright.
Yeah, exactly. Some substance, and even in its sci-fi. It's got to go to Running Man. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Cain Mutiny. I mean, that embodies the Cain Mutiny of disappointment.
It does. It's the most disappointing film.
Yep.
The Running Man with a 36%. The Running Man 2025.
Yep. But in hindsight, I listened back to that episode. It should never have been excited. I never liked the Running Man one. You know what I mean? So it's like, shot myself in the foot.
Well, the alter ego to the Cain Mutiny. This is the Sweet Smell of Success Award.
Still love that.
Which is the most surprising film of the year and of the podcast as a whole. Because Vin watched the Sweet Smell of Success and was pleasantly surprised with how surprised he was of how good that film was.
Could still like movies that much.
Exactly right. From the 50s.
Yeah.
Sweet Smell of Success for the most surprising film. I have Dogtooth with this. You gave it a 77%.
Excellent choice.
Caught Stealing from this year. Darren Aronofsky, 78%. A Star is Born, the birthday movie. You gave it a 79%.
Yeah.
Gerald's Game.
Oh, yeah.
78%. The Legend of Ochi with a 76. Train Dreams with an 80. The Alamo.
Oh, yeah.
One of Tom's least favorite John Wayne films. And for some reason, Vin liked it. He gave it 68%.
Spit in the face of historians, cinema buffs, John Wayne buffs alike.
Most surprising, I have Steve Jobs. You gave this film a 79%, which is quite very good. The Treasure of Sierra Madre, you gave it an 86. And again, Tampopo, a food movie based with an 88%. The sweet smell of success for the most surprising film. Dogtooth, Caught Stealing, A Star is Born, Gerald's Game, The Legend of Ochi, Train Dreams, The Alamo, Steve Jobs, Treasure of Sierra Madre, and Tampopo.
A stacked list. A lot of surprises this year.
By the way, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Dogtooth got a 77. You didn't know what you were walking in to with Yorgos Lanthimos' Dogtooth.
That is where my gut goes. I'm going to be honest.
No.
I'm going to be completely honest because
77?
I was walking into the Yorgos episode already kind of combating things, whether it's just like, almost let's get the director study out of the way. For
Wow,
Yorgos,
okay.
If I'm being honest. I found a lot to love. Obviously there's a lot of perspective.
You're more Yorgos than me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say it's that much, but Dogtooth, man.
Surprised you.
That movie really did surprise me. It's between Tampopo and Dogtooth. Yeah. And Tampopo
got an 88%, by the way.
It was so unique and so Japanese. I mean, I feel like we talked about South Korean cinema having, fluid genre. I mean, Tampopo, as far as like feeling Japanese, feeling anime, like really, really phenomenal.
Come on.
All right, it's Tampopo.
Yeah, all right. The Sweet Smell and Success Award goes to Tampopo. He gave it an 88%, one of the best films of the year, one of the best films on the podcast.
Yeah, really great.
We almost watched this for
the
birthday episode.
Yeah, and then it just made it to the food special.
We threw it on the food special.
And so happy he did.
It was a great special, by the way.
It really was.
Food special.
It really was.
All right, so Sweet Smell and Success goes to Tampopo. Okay, so here we go. These are kind of, we've seen this award before, but always with new films. So this is the Flip of a Coin Award, Vin, because you gave all of these films the same exact score, but you got to flip that coin and tell us which film is better.
All right.
So let's stick with the actual 50 percentile, because you always say if a film gets a 50%, it's a true flip of a coin.
Yeah,
it's
a
flip of a coin.
true
You like
flip
this,
of
you
a
don't
coin.
like it, you'll love it, you'll hate it. I
Right.
don't know.
Yep.
You gave 3 films this year, 50%. All of them, by the way, were 2025 films. So Novocaine, Honey Don't, and Shelby Oaks all got a 50%. Which film is the better film?
That's got to go to Novocaine. Yeah. I mean,
Jack Quaid, really?
Yeah, Jack Quaid. I mean, at least that had some action appeal.
You pulled that out quick.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's definitely not Shelby Oaks. And it's definitely not Honey Don't because I feel like Honey Don't maybe needs a tick down,
Well, don't say it. You got to sit where fair, honest, consistent. All right, so Novocaine gets the Flip of a Coin award for the 50 percentile.
That's great.
What was the second most awarded percentage all year? What's the second most score you gave out?
I mean,
I thought I knew this, by the way.
Well, you always get 72.
I didn't get. No, stop. That's with animated films.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
The second, not the most awarded film, or not the most awarded score, second most. What do you got?
Second most.
How'd it guess?
66?
56.
Oh, interesting.
I thought it was 63. I don't even know why I said it.
Yeah.
You gave out 56% 6 times this year. Not 2025 podcast wide.
Okay.
So 160
That
plus
makes
films.
sense. Okay.
Okay, so 56% goes to Opus, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Naked Gun, and The Smashing Machine were the new films. We also have
What an insult to Smashing Machine to be in that.
We also have 127 hours, and then Inherent Vice as the older films. A 56%. Which film is better?
Oh.
Opus, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Naked Gun, The Smashing Machine, 127 hours, and Inherent Vice.
Damn. I don't like any of these movies.
You know what I love? You know what I love about these? I totally understand why you gave these a 56%.
Yeah.
We couldn't have anything more different than these films.
For sure.
got a
Especially
56.
Inherent Vice thrown in there.
I know.
I think Inherent Vice does have to get the win, though, because there's at least vision behind, I mean, God forbid I said
Whether we can see it or not, there is vision.
Right. Whether it was too intoxicated or not. I mean, God forbid Jurassic World Rebirth would get it.
Okay, that means you're thinking about Jurassic World. I was thinking about it.
I think about it. I think back to the movie in general because it was just like, well, it's an aliens movie.
We didn't slit our throats walking out of it. We didn't completely hate it.
Right. I just kind of wish it wasn't called Jurassic World.
It is an aliens movie.
Yeah, it's just Aliens 3 or whatever.
Oh man.
No,
You
it's got
said it.
Inherent Vice. Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
so for
If anything,
56%,
just to win back PTA.
Inherent Vice got the Flip of a Coin Award for the 56th percentile.
Wow.
Vincent Daly, so 56%, you gave it out 6 times this year. What was the most awarded score all year?
Because I was second most.
You gave it out 9 times.
I'm going to guess 72 again.
70%. 9 times. 9 times you gave 70% out.
Okay.
So these films are Companion, Mulholland Drive, Barking Dogs Never Bite,
Ooh, damn.
The Long Voyage Home, Babette's Feast, Hitch, Superman from 2025, Tron Legacy, and Wake Up Dead Man.
Wow.
This is proof positive. If we're friends, if people say, why are you even friends? How did you become friends?
It's this list right here.
This list right here. They all get 70% and talk all different.
All solid movies.
Dude, The Long Voyage Home, once again, I mean, birthday movie. I'm a little partial. But the fact that you get it 70%.
Yeah, that was solid.
Yeah, thank you for giving it that.
Listen, I seriously, I think back to that movie. Very surprising.
Wake Up Dead Man, Tron Legacy, Superman 25, Hitch, Babette's Feast, Long Voyage Home, Barking Dogs Never Bite, Mulholland Drive, and Companion all got a 70%. Flip the coin. Which one is best?
Wow. My heart wants to give Barking Dogs Never Bite because I really did love that movie. I really did love that movie.
Early on this year.
Yeah, that was the Bong Joon-ho, I think, directorial debut, maybe? But early movie for Bong Joon-ho. But I kind of want to give points to a movie that came out this year, and I a little brushed over, honestly, for the awards. Not that it had any chance, but I think it's Superman 2025. I think it's Superman 2025. Because I think back that movie, and that did not make the cut for rewatches this year. But I would rewatch Superman 2025. It did for you.
Yeah, I watched it a second time.
Listen, I mean, it's not much that I really praise a superhero movie, but
how about that?
Also, David Lynch rolling in his grave. A movie that has college courses structured around it.
Vast majority of stronghold critics, top 5 films of the past 25 years. That's why I love this.
It had too scary of a face.
The Daily Ratings.
It's too
what
scary.
It's all about. Superman 2025 won the flip of a coin for the 70th percentile. Oh,
and
me
what
too.
is a 70 but a good time, you know?
So true. All right, Vin. We have one more award that we've seen before for the specialty awards. This is the Houdini Award. The Houdini Award goes to the film that could disappear from this year and no one would notice, let alone care. The Houdini. We have Love Hurts, which we brought up last week.
Yeah.
We have Ash, directed by Flying Lotus.
Unfortunate.
Hurry Up Tomorrow, directed by... Oh, no, I don't even have director. I just have Cause I Don't Know the Film. I'm going to have in parentheses.
You forgot Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Opus, a Sundance release. And then we have Play Dirty, directed by Shane Black on Amazon. The Houdini Award for the film that could disappear and no one would notice, let alone care. Love Hurts, Ash, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Opus, and Play Dirty.
The tricky thing is, this is a hard choice because all of them could very well get the award.
Anything I'm missing?
Nah.
I think I got it.
Yeah, no, you think you got it because they're all winners. They are all very much
all
winners. Yeah, they're all Houdinis. I'm going to say Play Dirty.
Play Dirty!
Because Play Dirty, I'll tell you what, it's a little bit of a slight towards it because it has aspirations to stick around. It has aspirations to be a franchise.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Shane Black.
Right. It wants to be in your mind.
Yes,
but
it does.
Yeah, no. And I'm sure Amazon does as well.
So you tell me the Houdini Award goes to Play Dirty, Shane
Dirty.
Black's film from this year.
Yeah.
Wow. So, folks, at the end of the year, I'm the one in charge with coming up with the spreadsheet of the films we cover this year.
Yeah.
I'll separate the old films and the new films. I'll color code things.
Yep.
I looked over this list over 24 times, and every single time I saw I don't forget the name. What was it called? Hurry Up Tomorrow. I have to go. What is this film? What is films? I IMDb this film more than any other film this year solely because I have no idea what it's about.
It's a shame. Matt D, producer, praising Trader Schultz.
No. Did he like this film?
No.
Oh,
but
okay. About to lose a producer here.
You were worried. But, has some vision to it. But I think it's not a Houdini winner because people will remember the Weeknd's performance in
The Weeknd and Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Yes,
okay.
They will remember the meminess of his freak out in the movie, which is honestly maybe dips into so bad it's good.
Okay, well, there's something there to remember it by.
Yeah.
Just for folks, too, do you remember what Ash was?
Yeah.
A film directed by Flying Lotus?
Another wannabe alien?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I think I was just rooting for Ash, but no.
You were. A proper Houdini.
Yeah, proper Houdini.
In its soul.
Definitely proper Houdini.
Okay, so Houdini Award for the most, a film that could disappear and no one would notice, let alone care. Play Dirty, Shane Black's film.
Yeah, that's well deserved.
Okay, here we go, Vin. Buckle up. These are all new awards that you've never heard of before. Are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay, here we go, folks. The Can You Hear Me Now Award for the best use of a phone in 2025.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah, so I thought this was pretty good. So, best use of a phone, and any kind of phone, how many ever times in 2025?
And something I always comment on, too.
And you commented a few times this year. Okay, so The Amateur, okay, for just being a modern-day spy thriller that needs to include cell phones.
Wait, hold up. That is retroactive Houdini. What the? Holy shit, I forgot about The Amateur. Damn.
Yeah. That's a film that came out this year.
Holy shit.
Yeah, these are all films of this year, man.
Wow.
Okay, so The Amateur, for just being a modern-day spy thriller needing to use modern-day phones. Okay, that's not going to win the award. I have Black Phone 2 for using a phone booth to bring in the scares.
Right.
I have Flight Risk for good mood Hassan giving flying instructions and getting Madeline safe on the ground.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
No.
There's a lot of phone in there.
There was a lot of phone.
I do have Eddington for being a modern-day realistic portrayal of using a smartphone and social media in film. Mm-hmm. One battle after another with Bob just trying to remember the damn passcode.
There's a lot of time, yeah.
Not to mention, one battle uses a home phone, a phone booth, and a cell phone in a single movie.
Wow.
And lastly, just a big question mark here. I have no other choice.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned it last week as we closed out the year. You really loved how they used cell phones in the movie.
It's true. The FaceTime shots in that, they're not like annoying at all. I feel like they look great.
Well, it's not just about cell phones. It's in general for the best use of a phone in 2025. The Can You Hear Me Now Award goes to.
I think it's pretty clear because it has a role in the narrative. It's Eddington. I mean, the movie is about over-information. The movie is about paralyzation in that information. It's Eddington.
That's a great... You know, it's funny. I left this off the list until last minute, but then I thought about it and I was like, this is the most realistic portrayal almost I've ever seen it in film in years.
Absolutely.
Of the use of the cell phone.
Absolutely. And, I mean,
so
we talked about it a little bit with Begonia as well, but like has a, maybe it's not a story that is structured around cell phones, but has a role in how the narrative is unfolding. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the Can You Hear Me Now award, it goes to Eddington.
That's great.
The next one is The Bubble Burst for the director whose stock crashed the most in 2025. So we have Barry Levinson, the guy who back-to-back...
I go, who?
Yeah, Vin just went, who?
Yeah.
Barry Levinson, the guy who directed back-to-back Rain Man and Good Morning Vietnam.
Yo.
He came out with Alto Nights this year.
Of course.
The Russo brothers for A Downward Spiral. They came out with The Electric State. Oof. Gareth Evans coming out with Havoc. Danny Boyle for 28 Years Later. Shane Black for Play Dirty. David Koepp, he's not a director, but I wanted to put him in here.
Yeah.
Because he wrote Presence and Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, he also wrote
Talk about
Black
ruining
Bag.
your brand.
He's all over the place. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wrote the original Jurassic Park and then Presence and Rebirth. And also Edgar Wright for The Running Man.
That's what I worried the most
for the director whose stock crashed the most in 2025, the Bubble Burst Award.
Oh, my God. I don't want to give it to Edgar Wright.
It's too mean.
It's too mean.
It's too mean.
Damn it, it's too mean. One more time, go down him.
I have Barry Levinson for coming up with Alto Nights.
Yep.
The Russo brothers for The Electric State.
That's what I want.
Gareth Evers for Havoc, Danny Boyle for 28 Years Later, Shane Black for Play Dirty, David Koepp, the writer, for Presence and Jurassic World Rebirth, and Edgar Wright for The Running Man.
I think it's the Russos because we talked about this with Gray Man, but just like why are the Russos
So disappointing.
Probably
Apocalyptically
they
disappointing.
probably get nice. They probably get so much money for any project they want.
Yeah,
and
they
we
do.
talked about it exactly with Gray Man, but I think Electric State. That's also something that we gave it a bad score. Probably 40s. I want to say, right?
The Electric State, 43%. Yeah,
43.
Yeah.
Something that overall internet and moviegoers were a lot more sour on than us.
You were kind of
we were a little
Mr.
bit
Positive,
hotter.
yeah.
Right? Because I was attached a little
The glass
bit
is half full on this side.
to the original source work.
Okay. Yeah.
But man, yeah, it's got to
So
go to the Russos.
and it's not a multi-year downward spiral, a bubble burst.
Right.
The bubble burst award for the director who lost the most stock. The Russo brothers, both of them, for the Electric State, 43%.
Are they doing Avengers Doomsday?
Yeah, I believe they are.
Okay.
Which,
Well-
if you haven't noticed, really relying on old people, on old IP,
Absolutely.
based on the commercials.
Yeah.
Next one is the Howard Ratner Award for the most unlikable character all year.
That's wonderful.
What a great name. Howard Ratner
it's
is
so-
the best name.
Right, just a snake just an absolute scum of a name.
So, folks, if you listen back to when we covered Uncut Gems, Howard Ratner is the character played by
Adam Sandler.
and Vin was disgusted. Not necessarily by Sandler,
Right.
but the character.
Oh, for
he
sure.
hated the character.
For
So,
sure.
This is for 2025.
Okay.
And I think we can carry this over for multiple years, regardless.
Yeah.
The Howard Ratner
This has
Award
legs.
for the most unlikable character all year. We have Aunt Gladys, played by Amy Madigan in Weapons.
That's a great choice.
Teddy Gatz, played by Jesse Plemons in Begonia. Stephen J. Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn in One Battle After Another. Daryl Booth, played by Mark Wahlberg in Flight Risk.
Oh, shit.
Unlikable for multiple reasons.
Yeah, just like on so many levels.
Craig Waterman, played by Tim Robinson in Friendship for his awkwardness.
Oh, wow. That's a great pick.
And again, just a shout out to Howard Ratner, played by
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. I keep on forgetting. But 2025, the most unlikable character all year. Aunt Gladys, Teddy Gatz, Stephen J. Lockjaw, Daryl Booth, and Craig Waterman.
I think it is a pretty close run between Teddy Gatz and Aunt Gladys. Because
Why?
both of those characters, wow. I mean, those are really, it's a brand new award, but those, I'm already waxing poetic over this Ratner Award.
I gave him no warning.
Right, yeah,
for these
no,
awards, by the way,
this is
folks.
on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, Gladys, how that character is revealed to have villainy and the catharsis of the movie at the end.
She invokes feeling.
Absolutely. You want to see that ending. And I feel like that's where, when people criticize that ending, it's just like, well, didn't you kind of want something out of that? And I mean, to a big degree as well. Begonia, I mean.
And Teddy is in it a lot. The character of Teddy Gatz, he's in it a decent amount.
Absolutely.
And he's so off-putting, yet you feel
Yeah.
bad for him, yet you hate him.
Absolutely.
And yet he's evil.
Yeah, absolutely. And is revealed to be manipulative and
Controlling,
reckless.
yes.
And, that's great. That's great.
The most
I think
unlikable
it's gotta go
character all year.
It's Teddy Gatz.
Wow.
Jesse Plemons.
Teddy
Begonia.
Gatz. Finally, Begonia.
Yeah. If there's actually a black eye on the awards, it's ignoring Begonia more, but that's great. You got something.
So the Howard Ratner goes to Teddy Gatz, being played by Jesse Plemons in Begonia.
In the same year, Howard Ratner was potentially in the running.
Well, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
The Howard Ratner Award, I think we'll carry this one over.
That's good. That's good.
It just sounds so good.
Absolutely. That's like a sweet spell of success where it's like,
it's just fitting.
yep, it works.
Okay, we got two more new ones here for you, Vin. This is the Miss Trophy Award.
Okay.
Whoever gets this trophy, it's the Miss Trophy. This is the most impressive studio.
Oh.
Not the most valuable studio, but the most impressive. Big or small, what
Okay.
did you pump out that makes us say, we want to watch you, we like you, and keep on going?
Sure.
The reason why I put this on here this year is kind of a blind spot for the both of us is studios, honestly. studios actually kind of have an identity of the movies they try to pursue or what they go for, or art house or storytelling, dramas, big movie, blockbusters, popcorn. Studios do have kind of a reputation all of themselves.
Almost how we talk about directors. And, you know what I mean? There is a flavor to it.
So I want to give the Miss Trophy because if we start keeping an eye on it, at least we can kind of see if a movie is coming out and it's like, oh, well, it's done by this studio. I'm interested.
Sure.
Or we just, it's almost a grading of the studios themselves because we never touch on the studios. So the Miss Trophy for the most impressive studio. And what I have listed here is maybe they're good movies, maybe they're not. They're not all of the movies that came out, but kind of notable ones that came out. Okay, and this could be maybe all they did was finance it to get in theaters. Maybe they actually produced it. You might see movies on a couple other... You might see the same movie multiple times because of who produced, who distributed it. But regardless, these are the studios that had involvement in these movies. So for Netflix, we have Ballad of a Small Player, House of Dynamite, Jay Kelly, Wake Up Dead Man, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Train Dreams, and Frankenstein. For Apple, we have Highest to Lowest, The Gorge, The Lost Bus, which we didn't cover, and F1.
Yeah.
Neon came out with The Monkey, The Secret Agent, Shelby Oaks, No Other Choice, and Sentimental Value.
Okay.
A24, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, The Smashing Machine, Eddington, Bring Her Back, Friendship, The Legend of Ochi, Warfare, and Marty Supreme. Talk about an array.
Yeah.
Like, usually you look to A24 for small-time indie, but as far as genres goes...
And something we've talked about on the podcast of just, like, their selection, they are reaching more beyond where they were probably neck and neck with Neon, but now they're
to heavy
themselves.
Women-based films, to heavy man-based films, to kids, to whatever. Warner Brothers, which came out with, I think, 14 major films this year.
Okay.
Warner Brothers, everyone, by the way, was shitting on them and saying they need to fire the executives in in March.
Yep.
And by May came around, everyone was praising them. Warner Brothers, some of the notables: The Weapons, Superman, and Minecraft. They also came out with Companion, Sinners, Mickey 17, and One Battle After Another. They pump money into.
Yep.
Universal, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Wicked 2, Black Phone 2, Nobody 2, Bad Guys 2, Jurassic Park Rebirth, Megan 2, How to Train Your Dragon, The Woman in the Yard, Phoenician Scheme, and Love Hurts.
Wow.
Fucking
trash. Granted, there's a lot of Blumhouse in there.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of Blumhouse in there.
Sony/Columbia. We have Blue Moon, Anaconda, Caught Stealing, 28 Years Later, and Paddington in Peru.
Okay.
I also think Chainsaw Man, Reza Arc, the movie was a Sony production, so I want to throw that in there. Mubi. You wear Mubi?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Mubi is streaming service, part production company, and now they're starting to be a film studio.
Yeah. And as much as I hate to say it, something we might have to pay attention to. Not that these movies are good.
I'm starting to get excited.
There's a lot of B movies, but people talk about some of those.
They're headquartered in London, but I count them as American. They have no reason to be London-based. Okay, so Mubi came out with Die My Love.
Okay.
The History of Sound, and The Mastermind.
Oh, interesting.
2 films we didn't cover. The History of Sound, Josh O'Connor. Apparently a pretty good film.
Okay.
Not getting crazy recognized, but very respected. And The Mastermind, once again, I kind of forget what it is, but they came out with that. And then Die My Love. The point is, these are actually pretty good, very drama-focused films that Mubi gave a very big push to get into theaters. They're trying to be players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Focus Features. This is an independent arm of Universal, which we saw how bad they were. Song Sung Blues, The History of Sound, Begonia, Anemone, Honey Don't, Eddington, Phoenician Scheme, Black Bag. I have The Brutalist because we saw it in 2025.
Yeah, for real.
And then Hamnet. So for Universal being so bad...
Yeah, they're just sectioning it off.
The independent film arm, Focus Features, kind of impressive.
What's the old trick that Disney used to do? They had their beat. It was a touch tone or something like that. They basically just dumped all their B movies in one studio.
20th Century Studios, previously known as 20th Century Fox.
Okay.
This is a Disney arm. Ella McKay, Avatar: Fire and Ash, Springsteen: Deliver Me from Evil, Predator: Badlands, and Predator. Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere.
Deliver Me from Evil. I was going to
say the prayer.
Sound right?
I think that's a prayer. I guess what is it? Our Father has been deliver me from evil. Amen. I don't know. I'm sorry. I typed it out.
It sounds more goth than the Springsteen movie was.
Springsteen, deliver me from nowhere. Predator Badlands and Predator Killer from Killers. Or Killer of Killers. That's 20th Century Studios. Searchlight Pictures came out with The Testament of Van Lee, which we talked about earlier. Is This Thing On? Bradley Cooper. Rental Family, which we covered this year.
Yeah.
And The Roses. That was Searchlight Pictures. Lionsgate. Oh, he's a weird.
Yeah. A fall from grace, honestly.
A major small-time film studio.
Yep.
Like, they're not an arm of Disney. They're not an arm of Universal.
Yep.
They are their own.
Yeah.
Lionsgate came out with The Housemaid, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. The Strangers, Chapter 2. Americana, Hurry Up Tomorrow. The Surfer, which was the Nick Cage Australian movie we didn't get a chance to see.
You're right.
Den of Thieves 2, and then Flight Risk. That was Lionsgate. Paramount Pictures came out with Friendship, The Naked Gun, Roofman, Regretting You, The Running Man, SpongeBob Movie, and Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
And Amazon, MGM, came out with The Accountant 2, Play Dirty, After the Hunt, Heads of State, and Another Simple Favor.
Wow.
No-name movies.
Wow. And talk about a fall from grace.
So,
you want to talk about
exactly,
Lionsgate
right.
as a fall from grace from like the 2000s. MGM, wow, what a fall from grace.
Well, Amazon MGM. Don't forget, they got bought out. It's Amazon.
Right. I'm surprised War of the Worlds with Ice Cube is not in there.
It was. Again, I didn't mention every film. I tried to pluck the flowers.
Right. Yeah,
These were the flowers. Accountant 2 was a flower. Anyway, that's a long list, Vin.
Yeah, I don't know if we can recap that.
I won't, but just the fact of the most impressive studio award, because I just wanted to make a mark of let's pay attention to what these studios are actually coming out with, because they do have their own identity. They do have their own leadership who cares about shit.
Yeah.
I won't go back and film again. What stands out to you?
I know there's one very specific one that stands out, and it's not an empathetic choice. It's not like a sympathy choice. It's Warner Bros. Superman, and what they're doing with the DCU. What they have planned for it. Sinners probably alone.
Yes.
Let's be real.
They pumped out Sinners.
Absolutely.
Bong Joon-ho, they did give a bunch of money for Mickey 17.
Absolutely.
One battle after another.
They're interested in funding like kind of interesting projects. One battle after another is your critical end. You know,
Yes.
they have the whole spectrum there.
Companion,
Yeah.
which was a early year release.
Right.
You gave it, I think, a 70%.
Yeah.
Jack Quaid kind of doing okay this year.
Right, yeah, it was kind of a decent, horror movie.
Yeah, not
So,
bad.
I think Warner, and again, I mean, we'll see if they're around next year, but
In their own way.
right. But I think that seriously has a full spectrum of a little bit for everyone, and most importantly, on the critical end of that. I mean, we're talking really good stuff.
I love it. The Mist Trophy goes to Warner Brothers. Again, coming out with Weapons, Superman, Minecraft, Companion, Sinners, Mickey 17, One Battle After Another, and 7, 8, 9 more films than that.
Minecraft, another perfect example. Not
Go for it. Make the money.
Make the money.
Yeah.
Like, actually, that's a great point, because it's just like, how the hell are they like insolvent and go up for sale? Like, what the hell?
They're not insolvent. It's just like, I think they're just done. I don't know.
It's just done. We're tapping out. We made Godfather. We funded Godfather in the 70s, and we're done. We can never beat it.
Okay. All right. Sorry that was a little bit longer, but do you see
No,
what I mean
I
by
like that.
let's at least, I think you and I just like research.
Yeah. I like that in the sense of just like, it's such a blur sometimes when you're looking back on the year of like, what really was the production head of all
Who gives
this?
a shit of the producing company?
Right.
And it's actually, it does matter.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a curation there. So,
all right, Mubi. We'll keep an eye out for Mubi.
Well, you're giving praise to Mubi. What I've heard about Mubi is that a lot of people are claiming that Mubi is making an attempt for basically new blaxploitation films of just like
what?
Like semi-controversial, low-hanging fruit.
Dude, look out for Mubi. You mean Quentin Tarantino's favorite streaming service?
Yeah, for real. It's gonna be his final film is a Mubi exclusive.
All right, the Mist Trophy goes to Warner Bros. Last new
Rest
award
in
here.
peace.
I have the Carte Blanche Kid.
Oh.
For the younger director, you would give absolute carte blanche to for whatever they want to do next.
Wow.
Not a brand new director, but
Sure.
someone with only a few things underneath
Yeah.
their belt to
Yeah.
keep an eye out, basically. The Carte Blanche Kid. Clint Bentley directing Train Dreams, Mark Anthony Green for directing Opus, Ronan Day-Lewis for Anemone, Chris Stuckman coming out with Shelby Oaks, Flying Lotus directing Ash, Tony Tost for Americana, and co-directing Warfare, Ray Mendoza. So the carte blanche kid for the younger director you would give absolute carte blanche to for their next project.
I think it's got to be Ray Mendoza just because he was so in the consideration for director period. And granted, there's a good chance I may go back on my words because he's not a director. He's a guy.
Well,
Warfare is a lightning in the bottle because he's speaking and he's directing from experience. You know what I mean? This may not be a career for him.
Okay, so a couple things to that.
Yeah.
Yes, Alex Garland was the other co-director. But Ray Mendoza was a main figurehead on Civil War for some of the battle aspects, and he was a proper co-director of this film. Yes, this film had to do with him and his actual story.
Right.
He has come out, and he really wants to get into the Hollywood game.
Great.
Ray Mendoza wants to be in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So can you give a pitch, at least, for someone who I thought was kind of going to win?
Okay.
You did surprise me.
Sure.
Clint Mendoza a little bit, or with Ray Mendoza. Clint Bentley for Train Dreams.
Yeah. I mean, I think it also comes from the fact that I want to explore more of Clint Bentley's work. I would be eager to see what he has next, just because Train Dreams was something that, without knowing his track record, I thought felt very personal. Without knowing it's an adaptation, felt very personal. So I definitely would there. I'd also put the Filippo brothers on there. If anything,
it's something. You know what's so funny? We pay attention to them so much.
Right.
They're just like, they're not kids anymore. But you know what?
They are. They're probably the youngest out of everyone.
You're right. They only have 2 pictures under their belt.
Yeah. But and again, it comes from I'm not even a fan of anything they've done prior to movie making, but no, I think Ray Mendoza is pretty clear there.
So he is the carte blanche kid.
Love it.
Which I think is a pretty good award. I would bring back that.
That's good.
I would bring that back. Okay, I mean that was the 5 new awards I have for you, Vin. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep some in the future. Maybe not.
Well, we were talking before we turned the mics on of just I loved looking back at the prior years of what didn't make it from year to year.
I can only be so creative.
No, I like the variety.
Okay.
I think it's good that we don't have the repeat specialty awards. It's what's
you're not a fan of the Mr. Magoo Award?
yeah.
One of my personal favorites.
What year was that?
It was the first year, I think, Mr. Magoo Award, 2023 or 2022 or something.
Not only did I look at that with surprise, I was just what on God's earth could that be pointing towards? Mr. Magoo Award.
By the way, I think the winner of the Mr. Magoo Award was Fantastic Beasts, I want to say. The Mr. Magoo Award for the film that doesn't know what it's doing or where it's going or what it's trying to be.
That's Fantastic Beasts. That's Mr. Magoo. That's the whole franchise.
All right, so the new awards were the Can You Hear Me Now for the best use of a phone, and that went to Eddington.
Yep.
The Bubble Burst for the directors who stock crashed the most. You got that, the Russo brothers. The Howard Ratner Award for the most unlikable character all year. That went to Teddy Gates, played by Jesse Plemons in Begonia. The Miss Trophy Award for the most impressive studio was for Warner Brothers. And the Carte Blanche Kid for the younger director you would give absolute carte blanche to for whatever they want to do next. That goes to Ray Mendoza.
Wow. Great. Always. These are the highlight of the Tom Dailies.
I hope it was
okay.
okay.
You did a great job. You did a great job, Tom.
Okay, well, before in the past 2 years, we had the, the Guess That Movie game name? Or the Guess the Movie name game?
Yep.
So we have something a little bit different here, folks, and we're saving this for a little bit later in the episode. I don't know, are we ready? Should we roll in the set pieces? Should we roll in the studio audience? Vin, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess I am, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's play the Love Triangle. Hey! That's right. Here we are. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest, Mr. Vincent Daly. Hey! First, here is the objective for the Love Triangle. Basically, Mr. Vincent Daly, we have with us some lovely couples. And when I say lovely, I mean absolute messes. Yes, you wouldn't want to come within a long walk of these couples. And I'll tell you, a day with these people would end in a house of dynamite. So, It is your goal here today, Mr. Daly, to make it out of this game a free and safe man. But if you fail, then no good fortune for you, because you will be forced to leave with one of these lovely couples and a future of some pretty hefty therapy bills. So, pay attention. Here are the rules, Vincent Daly. Our audience has hand-selected a handful of couples waiting for you just backstage. Couples that you have spent all year throughout the podcast with.
Oh.
New films and old films. You've been given a taste of just what a world would be like with these maniacs. Now, you will be given a riddle for each of these couples. It is your job to guess which movies these loon bats come from based on the clues hidden within the riddles. What's the catch, you ask? You need to guess every single answer correct. You need to guess every single answer correct in order to survive the love triangle and walk out a free man.
Wow.
Because if you don't,
Squid Games.
you will be forced to choose one lucky couple you have to go home with.
Wow. My jaw's on the floor. This is much more production than I thought.
I'm sorry. It was such a longer script than I thought. Vincent Daly, are you ready to play the love triangle?
I'm ready.
Folks, are you ready to play? Let's get ready to throuple!
I love that all the production for this is just for the one game.
Okay, yeah, give me one more round of applause, folks. Okay, very good. All right, Mr. Vincent Daly, here is your first riddle.
Okay.
Somehow they make it work, for it's a connection worth any pain. She's a complicated loner. He has a fishy future. But when you escape the chaos, you might just see the love. Vincent Daly, can you guess this couple, this movie? We can repeat if you need to.
Oh, God. Is it Together? Is it... No?
We're going to hear it one more time.
Sure.
Somehow, again, listen for careful.
You think these are softballs? I'm lost.
Somehow they make it work, for it's a connection worth the pain. She's a complicated loner. He has a fishy future. But when you escape the chaos, you might just see the love. Can you guess, Vincent Daly, the couple and the movie?
I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna do well with these. Oh Jesus, I don't know. Together was really the guess.
That's what I said in the beginning before we recorded. I need you to actually pay attention.
I am.
Okay, so somehow they make it work. For it's a connection worth any pain. She's a complicated loner. He has a fishy future. When you escape the chaos, you might see the love. The answer is The Lobster.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, because they're called loners, the people who are out hunting, and then fishy future for the lobster, and then see the love.
No.
And it's a connection worth any pain, like because all the pain that people.
Right. Okay, all right. No. This is staying in. I did not get the lobster. I guess Together, and
you get where my level is at.
I would say that's more complicated than you thought, but you're telling a riddle and you know the answer. That's the easiest. All right, on to the next.
No, what?
I got it wrong.
Well, we just okay.
All right. Together.
All right, give us Together. Oh. Sorry, that is wrong, and you already somewhat lost the game.
Yeah, I'm not
that being said,
good.
folks, should we give him one more try to redeem himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vin, okay. You know what? The producers are in my ear. We're going to drop that, and we're going to give you another chance to walk out a free man and survive the love triangle. Your next...
All these are romance themed?
Yeah, so if you were paying attention to the rules of the game, these are all couples that we've experienced this year.
Right.
So, couples, romance.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
You know, partners in crime.
All right. I knew this was going to go poorly.
This is tough.
This is like that time I tried to do that thing for your 30th birthday party.
We need to start with this.
No, okay. What?
Well, I'm not.
We're two in the bag?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the love triangle, this is a second question. It's a second riddle. Vincent Daly, are you ready?
This went exactly how I wanted it to go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Vincent Daly, your second riddle is...
Okay.
She's excited to try to spice up their relationship, even though hubby's a bit of a pain in the neck or chest. Hey, we're just looking to get our freak on, not looking to have a whole-on freak out. Vincent Daly,
Oh my
can
God,
you name this couple or name them?
This is staying in.
Want me to repeat it?
No, don't repeat it. I don't know what the answer
I
is.
feel like I should repeat it. The producers are in my ear, wanting me
in
to
the
tell
chest.
wanting me to tell the contestant, pay attention, 'cause you should get it.
I don't think I can.
One more
right.
time.
Yep.
She's excited to try to spice up the relationship, even though hubby's a bit of a pain in the neck or chest. Hey, we're just trying to get our freak on, not trying to have a whole-on freak out. Vincent Daly, can you name that movie?
No!
Name that couple. Pain in the chest?
This is a
Think about it.
disaster.
Pain in the neck. Pain in the neck or chest. Almost like he's having a heart attack.
Right. Who had a heart attack this year?
Are you listening?
Yeah, I know. I got it.
It's so important to listen to the
I'm
words.
listening.
It's
I'm listening.
so important
I
to
think
listen
the
to the
riddle
words.
is not. You are the troll under the bridge.
Right.
I don't know the riddle.
She's excited to spice up the relationship, meaning you would think the relationship's not going so great, but
I got it.
Let's try to spice it up.
I
and
got it.
Let's try to get our freak on. Maybe include some
Freaky
handcuffs.
Friday? No.
Maybe try to include some handcuffs.
Gerald's game.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Is Gerald's game?
Gerald's game?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, Gerald's game.
Let's listen to it one more time.
No.
Okay. Gerald's game, final answer?
This is all staying
Can
in.
you take me out to the Gerald's game? Yay! Okay, Vincent Daly.
Holy
You
shit.
got it right.
What a disaster.
Absolute disaster. Thought I had this. I was afraid I was making
No.
By the way,
listen.
can I be honest?
No.
I thought
Listen,
I
you
made
are
these
doing
too
a great
easy.
job. You are underestimating how stupid I am.
Legitimately thought I made these too easy.
Oh my God! Wow, you're doing a great job. It's just I would fail this.
Okay. Is the show as a whole going well?
It's great. It's
Okay.
great.
I mean, like the Tom Daly's,
Oh,
like from
it's
the
great.
beginning.
It's
Okay.
a ball.
Okay, 3 hours in. Okay.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Vincent Daly, your next riddle is... Can somebody say attachment issues? These two seem to be on rocky terms in the relationship, but they refuse to cave in. And now, just what on earth will it take to separate these lovebirds?
That's Together.
Vincent Daly, can you name this movie? You're saying Together?
That's Together.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right, let's see if we can come together. Hey!
Excellent.
Excellent answer. I think you're 3 for 3, believe it or not, based on how this is going.
Definitely not.
You answered that right. You survived that round.
Holy shit.
Here we go. We will continue. A true love that just won't die? He can't cloak the truth, and she's just buried in the past. We don't need your stinking avatar, for maybe a sister could pass the bar. Vincent Daly,
Oh, God.
name this movie.
Oh God.
I thought honestly...
You thought it was easy? I don't know. I misnamed that movie.
Okay,
one more time.
I'll give it one more time. Here we go.
All right. I'm locked in.
A true love that just won't die? He can't cloak the truth, even though she's just buried in the past. We don't need your stinking avatar, for maybe a sister could pass the bar.
I got it.
Vincent Daly, name that movie.
David Cronenberg's The Shrouds.
David Cronenberg's The Shrouds. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Give us The Shrouds! Hey!
Holy shit.
Very good. What gave it away, The Shrouds? Tell us a little bit about
Cloak.
Okay.
I remembered the technology name.
I forgot the answer to all these films. I was supposed to ask you, tell us something about the film.
No, this is going exactly how I wanted to.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ready to go?
I have tears in my eyes.
A love so pure you can't catch a breath. Don't even speak a word. For whatever problems wash ashore, these two may just have the cure. Vincent Daly, would you like me to repeat the riddle?
28 years later?
A love so pure.
No.
A love so pure, you can't catch a breath. Don't even speak a word. For whatever problems wash ashore, these two may just have the cure.
You emphasize the things that throw me off. What you emphasize is.
Okay, don't even speak a word. Whatever problems wash ashore, These two may just may have the cure.
Wait, what had sign language?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I am 100%.
New films and old films. Don't forget. And old films.
100% not kidding you.
Okay.
100%.
So you agree this might have sign language? The film might have sign language.
Right.
Okay. No hesitation. Okay. How about this? Let me read it one more time. And with you having sign language in the noggin, okay, maybe you'll. Okay. Here we go. Ready? A love so pure, you can't catch a breath. Don't even speak a word. For whatever problems wash ashore, these two may just have the cure.
Oh my God!
Wash ashore, as in water. Speak a word because you can't even speak. Catch a breath. What am I underwater? Can't you just shape an answer out?
Shape of Water.
Okay. Shape of Water. Is that your final answer, Vincent Daly?
Yes.
Okay. Give a Shape of Water.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, tears in my eyes. This is fun. This is so much better. This is so much better than
It's so falling apart.
Oh my God. More than I ever
Ladies
expected.
and gentlemen, are you having a good time? Is this going how you thought? No, me neither. All right, so here we go. Vincent Daly, your next riddle is...
Oh, tell me it's the last one.
Aren't these two just sweet as can be? The love was fast and hot, though she just needs to solve the dang plot. A match made in heaven, or the secrets they just keep a comin'? Vincent Daly, can you name that movie? You kidding me?
No, I'm 100%
Okay, all right.
Oh.
Would you like me to name it one more time? Because I think you've got it.
Put emphasis on things and it confuses me more.
I know, but the emphasis actually really is the clues to the riddle. Aren't these two just sweet as can Buzz be? The love was fast and hot, though this PI, she just needs to solve the dang plot. A match made in heaven or the secrets, they just keep a
this
coming.
is Honey Don't. This is Honey Don't.
Honey Don't. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Honey Don't. The conversation I had with myself, by the way, was...
Are they too obvious?
I literally thought they were too obvious.
That's crazy. You should write riddles for a career.
I guess I should. Okay. Here we go. Vincent Daly, here is your next riddle.
Oh, my God.
She longs for attention, even though he's all about the detail. True love or a big mistake? She just may need to find some fun guy for him to get the right mind. Vincent Daly, name that riddle.
What are you talking about?
We made a huge mistake.
This is more. This is gold. This is the best thing we've recorded in 4 years.
I spent so much time.
Right. Do not let my mess up of this. Like, you did a great job here.
All right, this was my favorite one, so shall I repeat it?
One more time.
All right. He wants to hear one more time, folks. Should we give it to him? That's what I thought, too. Let's give him a try. Here we go. She longs for attention, even though he's all about the detail. True love or a big mistake? She just may need to find some fun guy for him to get the right mind. Vincent Daly, name that movie.
Oh my God.
Well, what does the riddle speak to? Maybe to find some fun guy for him to get the right mind? Is it a cheating? Try to make the man jealous? You putting together anything?
No.
I mean, but the riddle, do you know what I mean?
Right. No, okay. I get it.
Right.
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Okay.
How about wait?
Well, how about
let me
she
try.
longs for attention, even though he's all about the detail? What woman in a movie we watched this year just needed some attention? What man was all about the detail? Otherwise known as attention to detail, which is what I was doing there. True love or a big mistake? She may need to find some fun guy to get the right mind.
Is this companion?
Say fun guy fast.
Fun guy. Like a mushroom? You're looking at me like, what had mushrooms in it? Oh my god.
All about the detail.
Oh my.
She longs for attention.
What did have mushrooms in it?
She longs for attention.
Yes,
even though he's all about the detail.
Oh, wait.
A true love or a big mistake?
This is Phantom Thread.
She just may need to find some fun guy for him to get the right mind.
This is Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread, is that your final answer?
Yeah, I had to think to the...
Can someone get me my needle and Phantom Thread? Okay. Vincent Daly, you answered that correct. Good for you.
Believe it or not, correct.
Whoa. And you know what that sound means.
Definitely not.
We are all out of time for today's episode. Vincent Daly, I think you managed to name every single answer correct on the love triangle. You survived. Do you have any comments, anything to say to our studio audience before we leave here today?
I can't wait to see this carried over to next year.
Boy, we thought that was going to go a little bit better, but for your troubles, Vincent Daly, we have a bitchin' Tron Ares keychain for you to walk away with.
Nice.
So you walk away with your freedom and a keychain. Vincent Daly, we thank you so much for playing the Love Triangle.
Wow.
Okay, I'm back from the bathroom. What did I miss?
A phenomenal segment. A phenomenally produced segment. Really, really great. We are keeping all of this unedited. I want in either its own episode. I want this. This is a supplemental to the Daily.
Yeah.
Radio. This is a supplemental to the Tom Dailies. This is.
All right. Well, I feel like I owe an apology because
you don't. I'm not owing you.
The way this fell apart, the way as the show comes to the end. The questions are really asked, do we add booze next year? Or
yeah.
Do we try it sober?
Do we sober up? Oh, man. That's so good.
I can't even find...
Oh, man.
All right, so as we come to a close here, the past few years on the Tom Dailies, folks, we would go through the next following year of movies, and we talk about what we're excited for, what we're not. It's just we don't want to blow past that. We want to give that its own episode.
Yep.
So that will be for next week. The most anticipated films for 2026. Maybe we'll take it through each month, so you know what's coming out when it is. Or maybe we'll just go through our top 10, top 15, top 20 that Vin and I are looking for. But for now, we have 2 more awards to give out, and the most touching, kind of the ones that mean somewhat the most to us, Vin. This is the Daily Recognition and the Golden Laces. The Daily Recognition is solely your award, Vin, and for the film that you think needs an extra appreciation, an extra, obviously, recognition, something that means the world to you. And me, the Golden Laces, the same deal. I always say the movie that earns an extra pat on the back or person.
Yeah.
The one that, hey, don't forget about this. This was bigger than maybe what people are talking about.
Yeah.
So do you want to start or maybe I'll start?
You can start. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So the Golden Laces for, I also call it the Utamana Award.
Oh, yeah.
Always keep.
That's for, like, the individual.
I'll give the runner-ups. I will say, this year for 2025, man, I had a lot. And I mean, there was probably a dozen films circulating for the Golden Laces. And that's not a good thing. I was looking for something to give it the Golden Laces.
Yeah.
Because just nothing was sticking out to me because it was maybe a bit of a rough year. But here are some of the runner-ups for the Golden Laces. Okay. So I have Warfare, just for the true modern-day warfare take. Warfare was based on a true story, co-directed by one of the guys that was there that day, Ray Mendoza. So the accuracy, it was all about accuracy. What could we do? Who do we need to talk to understand what happened that day? And then we get a war film. It's very enclosed. It's very contained. It's not a sprawling war film, but I mean, it's pretty lifelike as can be. So
has that tight action, too.
At nomination for Warfare, And next I have Roofman, a film, again, that we didn't really cover on the podcast, but I did watch. A good time director. I just wanted to make this mark because if you see this on a streaming service, Roofman, starring Channing Tatum and... always forget her name.
Kirsten Dunst.
Wonderful Kirsten Dunst. Roofman is actually a good movie. It's a full-sized, big-ish movie.
Felt like a good throwback.
And it goes there, based loosely on true events, too.
Oh, really?
So it always has a hook there to kind of keep you interested in. Roofman also gets a nomination. Black Bag gets the nomination. This came out in March. This was Steven Soderbergh directed this, and it's a nod, Black Bag, to a... Here we have notable actors starring in a relatively low-budget, good written crime drama thriller-ish film.
Absolutely. Modern espionage.
Something that would have absolutely killed in the 90s, and yet in the 2020s doesn't do well. Steven Soderbergh was very upset about it. But Black Bag is worth something. I watched this a second time, actually.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And Black Bag I have a lot of respect for what it's trying to be and what it is.
Also worth a rewatch for like the subtle tells to it, kind of unraveling the mystery.
It's tight, it's quick. I don't love the cinematography, but it's a good film, Black Bag. My last recognition here, and second to the Golden Laces, is The Legend of Ochi. A24 made The Legend of Ochi for its uniqueness. This was a child's film, a kid's film, but a very adult film that brought you back to some of the 90s kids films and the 80s kids films that we know. So
a little bit of grit to it.
James and the Giant Peach, maybe even a bit of The Goonies, where there's very adult themings in The Legend of Ochi, but the color is amazing, the setting is unique, the music is unique, the acting is interesting and funny, and the main girl is great. And just when you think the movie gets a little bit too creepy for kids, it gives you, not laughing out loud, but it puts a smirk on your face to remind you, this is a pretty cute movie. The Legend of Ochi, I have to say, I watched this a second time.
That's great.
This was almost a Golden Lace all year. But I watched it again, and it does deserve my Two Shoes, No Laces award, I have to say. Regardless, the Golden Laces for 2025 goes to Weapons.
Ooh, wow.
Directed by Zach Cregger.
Crazy. A horror getting the Golden Laces.
Very simply for this. One, I thought it was a great film, Weapons.
Okay.
Second of all, I am not a fan of horror.
Yeah.
In fact, I really don't like horror at all.
Yeah.
But this is horror light and horror thriller, mainly on the thriller where I'm giving this the Golden Laces just for the fact of it's accessible horror.
Yeah, yeah.
This is such a great film that it would be a shame for people to walk out on just because they see the horror tag.
Sure.
So if you're not a fan of horror, but can deal with just good, slightly creeper, but a thrilling film, go ahead and turn on The Weapons. You won't be too scared, and you won't be too disappointed.
Yeah.
The Weapons, or Weapons by Zach Cregger, gets the Golden Laces for 2025.
That's fantastic. I love that. What a...
You were surprised.
What a monumental moment. I mean, this is crazy that a horror got the Golden Laces. But I'm with you. I mean, there's so much to love about the film, especially for the structure of it, the six-part acts to it, how it builds, how it kind of resets a little bit back, kind of take a half step back in the timeline.
Yeah. And there is some creepy aspects to it.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
But at some point, something in the film happened where I was like, it's getting a little creepy here.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you think I was going to give it, if you had any guess?
I definitely thought Ochi was in the running.
You know me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know me so well.
And
I purposely didn't bring it up to you for like the past 6 months because it was going to be it.
That's great. And also, I mean, I feel like Ochi is deserving of, again, if this is going to be a personal fave or kind of spreading the love a little bit, man, is that something that we always talk about, how kids' films succeed when they are equally for kids and equally for adults.
Yeah.
And Ochi struck that balance.
Big time.
So, but yeah, that honestly probably would have been my guess. I thought... I don't know. Anything else? I don't know.
It was second in line. That was it for the whole year.
That's so
Weapons
great.
came at the last minute, but I have to say I really enjoyed specifically seeing Legend of Ochi with you in theaters.
Yeah. That was great.
Made an impact.
That was great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean, to end out the episode, this is the Daily Ratings. You are Vincent Daly. It's time to give the Daily Recognition Award, Vin.
Well,
runner-ups.
Yeah, and honestly, not really a lot of runner-ups. I mean, sometimes this award is just, again, about spreading some love on something that really stood out in the year but didn't rise to the top in any single category. And that's the position I found myself in this year. I rewatched only a handful of movies. I rewatched 4 movies.
Okay.
Those 4 movies are Legend of Ochi, Caught Stealing,
Hell yeah,
and One Battle After Another. The last movie, not only did I rewatch one time, not only did I rewatch a second time, so 3 times total, but was something that I went back to theaters for and even snuck into a theater for that 3rd time showing.
you keeping secrets on me.
My personal recognition has got style, it's got momentum, and most importantly, it has the sauce. The award goes to Chainsaw Man, the movie. From Fujimoto and the whole team over at MAPPA.
You son of a...
I literally snuck into this movie. Arrest me now.
You purposely kept that from me, didn't you? Yeah. By the way, okay, all right, wait. Before we get to that, excellent answer. But Caught Stealing, I think I forgot to put it on my runner-up list.
Sure.
Caught Stealing, Darren Aronofsky, surprised, and also everyone kind of forgot about it.
If anything, Caught Stealing
watched it a second time myself.
Yeah,
Watched
if
on
anything,
Netflix.
Caught Stealing was it was an easy rewatch.
Yeah.
Same with One Battle After Another.
On
is
HBO
when
now, yeah.
Yeah, once it got to streaming, it was just sort of like, all right, I'm absolutely watching this again. Caught Stealing was going to be it because if anything represented something that I thought was really good but just did not have a chance to make its cut to a main reward, it's Caught Stealing, because it's
more fun than you think that film.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's popcorn in the way that I want it to be. Odd criticism on it is people thought it was too sad. I was just like, what?
No, it doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Absolutely. And
I was thrown off by aren't we taking this seriously? Oh, we're not?
Right.
Oh, that's the point of the film? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love the characters. I love how zany it is. I love how it's crime elements. But when it comes to Chainsaw Man, I mean...
So you saw this 3 times?
3 times. 3 times. Chainsaw Man is...
Twice in theaters, 1 at home?
No, all 3 times in theaters.
You saw this 3 times in movies?
That's what I'm saying. I got early to a movie, and then I snuck into Chainsaw Man.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He kept this for me, folks.
Well, the reason why the twice is I wanted to watch it once in Japanese and once in dub. Once in English.
Okay.
So there was a degree
right.
there, but truly, I wanted to watch it again because there was just something to it. It was just I loved this movie so much. And again, even if we did we've done in the past an animated movie category.
Yeah.
I think even apples to apples, I would probably go to K-pop Demon Hunters as far as what I think is the most successful.
That's a better score.
Yeah. But Chainsaw Man, it's a personal recognition, especially because it's contingent on knowing Chainsaw Man as a show. But if you do, you have a phenomenal movie to watch on your hands.
Wow.
So,
I'll tell you what.
I wish we could have lined up. If years past when we lined up, it's magic. But
Well, here's where we lined up on was in our nominees, Legend of Ochi.
yes.
Straight up.
And going back for it. Worth going back for.
So I watched it again. I'm almost shocked that you watched it again.
Yep.
Thoughts after that second watch for Legend of Ochi?
I think I forget if I said it in the review because it's now going back to earlier in the year. I just wanted more Willem Dafoe. I wanted more zaniness with that. But
I thought it got slow.
Yeah.
The movie takes its time, and I thought it does get pretty slow. I love the main little actress, which I had her nominated for Keep an Eye Out Award.
Yeah.
But it does get slow, and it does start to drag.
Absolutely, and I think in that sense, For Good and Bad reminded me so much of a Ghibli film. The young actress lead, the cute wonder and kind of semi-scariness to the nature element of the film. Legend of Ochi really, really was worth going back for. Also, the big reason why I went back for is kind of... not that I thought it was gonna be for VFX. I kind of came to that conclusion after the fact of watching it, but I needed to see how it held up a little bit on a home watch.
Sure,
because I think I'm with you. That watch in theaters was so enjoyable.
Gave us a high.
Yeah,
and we were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I wanted to see how it was at home though, kind of a home viewing experience as well.
And I still thought it hit in a way. The music stood out to me.
Yeah.
The second time around where I was was like, from song to song, this is super weird and yet all super unique. And even though it's different, it's very fitting.
Yeah.
This film has a personality.
Yeah.
And I give huge appreciation for The Legend of OG. That main actress, by the way, was Helena Zengel. Or something like that. But
It's kind of like a Marcel the Shell, where it's just like, this is
more adult,
unexpectedly good.
there's like
you
gore
know?
in it a little bit.
Yeah.
Men in suits, but
Oh yeah, the swelling of the bite. It's
yeah,
like,
it gets a
what
little
the-
it gets a little weird.
But
Like I said, once when you think it's getting too creepy, it's not laugh out loud. You won't be laughing out loud,
No.
especially you and your kids. But something will happen where you give a smirk.
Yes.
And you're like, this is cute.
Yep. And just wonder. That's where I think I come back to, even like a My Neighbor Totoro or a Princess Mononoke for its Ghibli vibes of just like, this is very obviously intended for kids, but it does not hold its punches on like what's meant to scare either audiences, adult or kids otherwise.
Yeah.
So.
But enough on that, because the daily recognition goes to Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reza Ark.
Yep.
You cheeky bastard. Watch it 3 times under my nose. Wow.
And again, I'm fully telling on myself.
Did it grow every time you watched it? Or?
Yeah, and I think by that third time, what it was is I was in the movie theater very early. I forget what I was seeing. I think it might have been... I forget what it was, but I got there like super, super early. I was just killing time. And then I heard in the theater over the amp up of the climax. I was just like, I'm going to sneak over there and watch it again. And it was great. It was great.
Wow. Okay. So the golden laces goes to weapons, and the daily recognition for Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reza Ark. Vin, another Tom Daly's in the bag. Real quick, I just want to give a thanks to all of the listeners who have been with us from the start, all of the listeners who came on board this year, and most importantly, our producers. You know, our producers, as we continue to grow and try to get our name out slowly but surely, the producers are coming our way, and we really appreciate those who have produced this year. All of you, again, who have been producing, new producers, it means the world to us. Vin and I mean, we get excited to do the Tom Dailies. Hours and hours and hours we put into it. And that's not complaining. That's not bitching. We do love movies, and I think we've been falling in love with movies more since we've started this project.
Sure, yeah.
But the biggest thing is, it's no doubt time-consuming. And, Vin and I, we have, actual day jobs and things that we have to do. Finding enough time for this and keep this going, it is a blast. But it's those of you who are into it, keep on listening, the growing listenership, and those producers that make it easier and easier and help us keep this thing going. We are very streamlined, but at the same time, we still have costs to keep up. And those of you who have produced this year, thank you so much for helping keeping the daily ratings going. I want to give a special shout out to editor John. So if you are on Instagram, if you are on YouTube looking at our shorts, our reels, editor John has been crushing it this year.
Absolutely.
His creativity was just going at it and creating our shorts for us. Phenomenal, and they are great, and it helps people find us. He just really loves the daily ratings, and he puts a lot of time and effort into it. And John, thank you so much for what you put into it. You are absolutely producer John, editor John, and we thank you. And so basically, for those of you who just found us or have been listening for a while, we are completely producer supported. We are listener supported. We are not advertising supported. If you go on thedailyratings.com, and if you notice that you don't get a bunch of pop-up ads, if you don't get newsletter requests, if you don't get this, that, or the other thing, because we don't have that on there, because we're not looking to make a buck out of any of that. We want a clean experience. We want just a straight experience. It is just the daily ratings, what Vin and I have to offer, the website, the podcast. It's all out there for free without any advertising. But that also comes with a cost or lack of cost. So basically, if you're enjoying what we're doing here, if you're finding the daily ratings valuable, can you send us some value back? It is the value for value model. That's what we're going off of. So head to thedailyratings.com, go to the donations tab, and everything is laid out there for you. We have some set donations, but we also have the big value for value button. So what are you getting from the show? What's your finances like this week? Is it a cup of coffee? Is it even more? $5, $500, $5,000? What does the daily ratings mean to you? What is the value we're providing? Again, it's thedailyratings.com. And Vin, anything you want to touch on, add, end, roll credits? What?
Great year. Great Tom Dailies.
A great Tom Dailies. We have some, another one in the books as we catalog. Somehow we're going to have to get a list going or something on the site or something even social media-wise, a list of current and previous winners, because we do have that tally going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know. We'll see how the game show goes next year. We gave it the old college try. We hope everybody...
The Tom Daily supplemental.
We hope everybody had a blast this year. It's always a blast for me and Vin. Another great year of 2025 films. And next year, we just keep things rolling. It is 2026. The films we are excited for. So if you don't even know what's coming out next year, tune in next week.
Yeah.
Because we're going to run down and maybe you'll catch something that surprises you. Folks, again, a big thank you for all of those who found us and keep with us this year. And here's to another great year on the Daily Ratings Podcast.